computer dating service people. When I told them it was time for a change, said they had to keep punch, box lunch. They had a lady just a little bit strange. So they showed me the photo of a goddess. She was, and then they asked me if I thought she would do. You know, she didn't look too very shy or modest. She was, but then again, I didn't want her to. When I asked them what they thought made her so different from any other girl I meet on the street, they said, believe it or not, your coffee's right in the slot, and that's a combination damn hard to beat. And when I finally reached her bungalow, she answered the door, dressed in leather. She said,
whenever I make it, I stereotape it, so later we can hear back
together. She could take some abuse and never blow a fuse. We did it real to
Like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
That was uncalled for. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me on another Lorne stream tonight. I have a special guest joining me, Honest.
Hey guys.
All right, am I on a hey y'all. Honest, thank you for joining me tonight. How have you been enjoying the Casey stuff so far?
Oh, I love it. It's renewed my appreciation for how terrible a person Lorne is. I mean, like, his calls was like, I'm a Ramona fan, even though everybody hates her, but like he was horrible to her. So like we never, you know what I mean? Like that was always seared into my mind how like awful he was to like the various catfish by just yelling and screaming at them.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course the pedophilia, right? So but this, like with the psyche vow and just like the stuff he was admitting to, like it's a lot. But shout out to Blue Boy for getting Lorne to admit some of the crazier things that we knew but just didn't have confirmation.
Yeah, getting confirmation on him is huge, you know. And I also I listened back to the first assignment thing that Blue Boy had posted about 7 months ago on his channel before we knew that what was going on with Casey. And he said something about a specific porno magazine that was in the house that had someone from like the Waltons in it.
I remember that.
I want to look up and see if that actually existed, because I don't know, something about the timing of when the Waltons came on and how old she was. Something didn't sound right to me. So I want to see that, because was it again of him watching prairie related, shows and pleasuring himself to the children, because the Waltons was another show like Little House on the Prairie that had children on it. So it just seems a little weird that he would mention both of those shows in his, you know what I mean, with his evaluation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're mentioning, yeah, I was pledging myself to the Brady Bunch, and then you bring up the Partridge Family, like those are in the same wheelhouse there.
Yeah, that's gross. And I
It's
guess
gross.
and I think and he you know how like when people ask him if he looks at porn or whatever, like he thinks he's above people because he doesn't look at porn, I guess, but it's just like, well, you're looking at these shows and making it into
Right, he
porn
can't.
for yourself.
Maybe the reason he's not interested in porn is because the stuff he's interested in you can't get access to
Oh,
regularly.
yuck.
And you know, I
Oh.
mean that could be the reason while he's looking down another. It's like when Jim Rouse is talking about walking into a swing club and walking right out, and the next day you're saying that when you're being well, there were no children there, Jim. Maybe that's why you walked out. I mean,
Oh.
that's not making me. Oh, okay, well, this guy's clearly this guy could have had sex with two women. Anyway, honest, can you do me the honors of saying hi to everyone in the chat?
I cannot because I'm on my phone.
So
Internet's out yet. I can't.
honest said,
But
honest said, fuck you.
okay,
So it's
like
fine.
so I literally can't see. So if you said hi to me or whatever, like I'm hello, hello
She's
everyone.
ignoring everyone.
No, I
All right,
can't
so
see.
no, I know you can. I remember you telling me so on it. Yeah, I remember you saying that you're on your phone. So we have Dr. Kunt here, who I guess is a real doctor because they said they were waiting. Like I had an appointment. Evil Little McNuggets, Salty Robot, Callie Slime Bucket Witch Lady, Becca, Vegan Munster, Allison Maria Armstrong, Justin McRazors, Poop Frog, Blue Boy.
Hi,
See,
Poop Frog.
and Poop Frog said "sup thugs" to everyone. Mandy J. Did I say hi to Becca already? I think I did. Mr. C. Sloth Cat. Evil Little McNuggets is still here for some reason, and 87 problems. And then I think I said Mandy J already, but Mandy J again. Then I'm sure Aaron W will show up at one time. Jules probably listening. So you ready to get started?
Yes, and like I said, I'm sorry, y'all, if I can't see your comments because my life is very bootleg at the moment. But if you said hi to me, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see. So hello, everyone.
And Lord Tebow Baggins.
Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 troll accounts. And Sloth. Not Sloth Cat. Do you remember
Sloth
that?
and Sloth
Do you
and
remember?
Sloth Cat.
Sloth and Sloth Cat. And then Cat Sloth will be here later. Don't make an
Cat
account called
Sloth.
Cat Sloth, Evil Little McNugget. Wrong again, little McNuggets.
Hello.
Okay, what's your problem?
This asshole. Did you talk to him on the phone last night or this morning?
Why?
Did you? I didn't
Why?
ask you why. I didn't ask you why on your question.
Well, I'm wondering why that's important.
Because I want to know.
What does that do?
Casey, you can just answer the question.
I already told you he doesn't like me, so why does it matter?
Did you talk to him on the phone last night or this morning?
Okay, why does it matter?
Why can't you just answer the question?
I love this stream, the background. You can't see it.
It's very. I can see it. It's very.
Okay, you can't see it. Isn't that
I can
great?
see
Like him in
this.
that amazing outfit. It would only be better if there were like bushes in front of him, because he wouldn't be there with her. Like he would be hiding in the bushes,
Well,
but he would call it a date.
well, we don't know because we don't know how stealthy he is when he was dating, aka stalking Paula.
Oh, that's true. He might be good at it.
We don't know.
He
But
probably wouldn't get busted by the police like Jordan did.
oh my gosh, yeah, he's not wearing a
A
bright
red
red
leather
leather
jacket.
coat
Don't wear a leather coat when you're peeping. This
and
message
walking
brought
with
to
a
you by
balled up
Jordan Comedy.
and walking with a balled up fist like the Arthur meme. Um, um, but I do want to say so like in this call, like when I've heard it, like the first umpteen times I heard it, I thought they were talking about Alex in this call, but they're not. They're talking about some other dude actually that she works with because
Are
she
they?
doesn't, yeah, because she doesn't work with Alex. If I
Yeah,
have it,
yeah.
if memory,
Well,
if memory serves.
let's see where it goes. I think you might be right.
I want to know why you're asking that question.
Because I'll tell you why in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we can wait a minute.
After you answer the question.
Oh, I'm not going to answer until you tell me why it matters.
I didn't ask you why on your question.
Well, this isn't tit for tat, Lord. We're not in third grade.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Just because
Right, so
someone
just
does
answer the
something
question.
doesn't mean the other person.
Tit for tat.
It's not okay. Tit for tat is not okay.
Get to do it too. Just tell me why you want to know the answer to that question. Why are you entitled to that answer?
Because I want to know how much time you're spending with this guy. Did you talk to him on the phone last night or this morning?
He was at my house yesterday.
Yeah. And you were up all night. And I know you were texting with him at the same time you were texting with me, because you already told me that.
Yeah.
So did you talk to him on the phone last night or this morning?
I briefly talked to him this morning.
On the phone. How long is
No,
briefly?
we each had a soup can and a string. And we talked that way.
Casey, you know goddamn well there is a time and place for joking, and right now is not the time nor the place for a joke. Lauren is asking you a serious question. Lauren
I
is
think
asking
that
you
was the
questions.
perfect time and the perfect
Well,
place
absolutely.
for
I mean,
just,
for our
of
benefit,
course
yes,
it
but for
is.
Lauren's benefit, in Lauren's mind, Casey, that was fucked up. That's a -1. If you started off at a 0 in the morning, you're now at -1. That's a debit. So let's see if you can earn some points throughout the call.
How long is briefly?
I don't fucking know. Why does that matter?
That's -1.
Why'd you need to talk to him on the phone?
Why does it matter?
Lately, it's been fucking tooth and nail pulling just to get you to call me.
Because you never have anything to talk about. We just sit silently.
Okay, but after talking to him all fucking night, you had to talk to him on the phone.
Yeah.
What was the reason for that?
So for anyone not watching the stream, Blue Boy did confirm this is not about Alex. This is someone from work that Casey has a crush on, who doesn't feel the same way about Casey, right? So I mean, like, that would be the ultimate, because with every other catfish, there's the person that they're interested in is interested back, or that there are many people interested in them, and they like have their pick of men. But now we have someone who Casey wants, who doesn't want her.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Like,
For
you know, when
Lauren?
people, yeah, because you know, like when people get put on the Summer Jam screen for like being in like multiple people's DMs, and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
like yeah, like and like they get, but they've been turned down by all of them. Like, does that make, like, they're cheating on their boyfriend or girlfriend, and they get turned down by all the people whose DMs they have been in? Like, does that make it worse that they
Well,
were
I think
trying to cheat and they were rejected, or
but
like,
but that's the thing. She's not cheating because she's not with Lauren. So Lauren wants her. Lauren wants this relationship. Lauren badly, and there's this person that she wants who doesn't want her back, and that has to kill Lauren. She's lusting after. Why can't you lust after me? Everyone else gets what Lauren wants, but not him. He's Charlie Brown, but like a pervert.
Charlie Brown, but like no, Charlie Brown had friends as well.
Okay, Charlie Brown as an adult will be a friendless loser, but not a pervert. That's what I'm saying.
Lauren is
Adult
more
Charlie
like
Brown.
Lauren is more like Pigpen.
You had stuff to talk about.
Oh, that's why after talking all night long, still had more stuff to talk about after seeing this fucking guy all goddamn week.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't see the fucking problem here, Casey?
The problem is that what?
The problem is you're spending too much fucking time with him.
Mm-hmm.
I work with him.
Yeah, you work with him all week long.
Yeah.
Why is he coming over your house on the weekends? Why are you spending all fucking night with him on the phone, texting? Then you have to fucking call him too. You don't see a problem?
No.
No, of course not.
What's the problem?
The problem is you're spending too much fucking time with the guy.
How is that a problem?
Because you like him, remember?
He doesn't like me.
So if he changes his mind, where's the fuck is that going to leave me, Casey? Because he's out there, and you're out there. You work with him every fucking day. Now you spend all kinds of time with him on the phone.
Aren't you coming out here?
Did you talk to him today on the phone?
Lauren loves asking questions he does not want the answer to.
They've been on the phone for 3 minutes, and it's just been one question, And then even when they like kind of dug into it a little bit more, it all leads back to the same, like all lanes lead to this same road, and it is right back to, did you talk to him today? And really, when he ran down the reasons, what was going on, you work with him, you like him, you see him 5 days a week, you guys talk on the phone. Lorne, you are painting yourself out of this picture.
Well, what he said, like, he was like, well, you like him, and if he starts liking you, where does that leave me? Are you sure you want the answer to that question?
I mean,
I
think you just said where it leaves you, Lorne. She likes him. If he likes her back, that's a done deal. They're banging. She's making dance videos for him where she's doing that Running Man thing.
Man thing.
Yeah, you know.
Eventually, yeah. Maybe, depending on what you fucking do.
Oh.
Did you talk to him today on the phone?
I already told you I did.
Okay, other than this morning.
No.
How long did you fucking text with him? All day?
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fucking serious. Look how much time you spend with this guy after you work with him all week long.
I texted you all day too.
You don't work with me, Casey.
So?
So? You and I are supposed to have something going. Trying to get something fucking going with us. Yeah, you're spending all kinds of fucking time with this other guy.
We don't have anything going.
Ooh.
We're trying to get something going, right?
Trying to get something going. We don't have anything going, and right now you're ruining it.
Am I, Casey?
Casey, I think you're ruining it by having an interest in another person who works with you and who isn't an RSO. Explain, Casey. And then that's how he sees it, right? Like, you are ruining, Lorne, if you are trying to work on being, which, first of all, what the fuck is that? But you're trying to work on being with someone, and then that person wants to be with someone else. I don't think they're trying to work on being with you back. Like, that's not a contract. That's a handshake deal.
That's not even that. And then when he was threatening, he was like, well, she was like, aren't you coming to California? And he was like, that depends on what you do. It's like, how are you going to threaten her? Okay, so that's not a threat to her. Basically,
right.
If you don't come to California.
When you have to get permission from your probation officer, you can't threaten someone not to show up. You threaten them that you will show up. Lorne,
it's not even that, but like, even if he could, and he threatens her not to show up, wouldn't that just leave room for more men that are already there to come
exactly.
in? Like, that's not
think about that.
Her.
Well, in his mind, it is because she's down one Lorne. Yeah, there's lots of other men, but there's only one Lorne Armstrong. Look, did you not see his beach outfit? Okay. Just imagine oiled up, running up to you in slow motion on the beach.
Ew.
You're welcome.
I'm not the one that's fucking dicking around with another person.
Dicking around with other guys.
You're acting very insane right now.
Really?
So yeah, I'd say
So I have no reason to be upset.
No, because I'm not your girlfriend. We haven't even met. Right? You have no reason to be mad about anything.
And we've already had a year of fucking shit behind us.
Yeah.
That we've already gone through, so I should have no feelings about this at all.
Correct.
Right. That's a fucking good
you
one.
You have no right to be mad. Just like you have no right to tell me who I can talk to. You have no right to ask me who I'm texting throughout the day. It's none of your business. My other friends don't ask me who I'm texting throughout the day.
It is my business, and you know it is.
It's not your business. Tell me how it's your business.
I've got a lot.
That was a very
right. Like, not only is it your statement, it is your business, and you know it is.
Interesting.
That's like what you
scary.
Right. Like, that's what you say to your spouse when you find out they have a secret bank account. Right, and they be getting hotels every other weekend, and you go, "Where you been?" They go, "It ain't your business." No, that is my business. That's what you say for then. But when you're not together with someone and they're talking about they like someone else, it is my business, and you know it is.
And you know it is. Okay.
Lorne, if someone stays talking to you after that, they are catfishing you. They're recording your calls. Because any other woman, that's when you tell them never to contact you again, or you're going to call the police.
Yeah, that is a restraining order. If I ever did hear one, that is a restraining order.
It is my business.
And you
know it is.
I cannot.
You might as well.
See, and that is why Paula moved to Alaska.
No. Paula knew what Paula was doing. Paula was playing all over the 50 states.
Can
And
I say though, Paula looked like she stayed strapped though. Paula looked like
that's
she
not
had a
actually
gun.
Paula. That's not actually Paula.
I figured, but
Yeah, but no,
that
I'm
woman
sure.
that woman does look like she's strapped. So I wonder if Paula was a gun toter.
Oh, I'm
After
sure.
meeting Lauren, I'm pretty sure she
Meeting
got
Lorne. Oh
one.
yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure she got one.
You know how that I'm 100% invested in you.
Okay. So how does that make it your business?
Yeah, and you're not fucking giving me fucking 50% even right now. But you're
How
showing
is it
the
any of
fucking
your business?
guy 100%.
You don't know that.
You certainly never told me anything about him before.
Yeah.
So why is he being a secret?
It's not a secret. You never asked me.
I never thought anything was going on because you never told me.
Yeah.
Nothing is going on.
I never even knew that you liked him because you never told me. You told me
Yeah,
about
it never
Alex.
came up.
You told me about Alex. That's the only one that you told me about.
And look how you act. Why would I want to tell you anything? You're a psychopath.
Oh yeah, I'm a psychopath because I've got 100% of me invested in you.
Lauren, you're $60,000 in debt. How can you invest anything?
Oh.
Just to find out that you like this fucking guy.
Who doesn't like me? He's my friend. I can't help that I like someone.
Yeah, Casey, you can. What happens if this works out with us and we wind up getting married? Are you going to say the same thing then?
Say what?
I can't help that I like this guy. I'm married, but I can't help
bring it
up.
I mean, you're friends now. If you get married, then the relationship would be much different between. But for right now, you're friends. You're not together, Lauren. So what you're saying, like the fact that he believes this is an adult conversation. Would you say that if we were married, you haven't even been in the same room together, other than when you were arrested on Dateline? How about you take a couple steps back? Right.
Yeah,
The last time she saw you, it was your birthday, and you were getting accosted by Chris Hansen. That's the last time you guys were
accosted. He definitely does jump to conclusions or whatever, all the way to the end. There's no steps in between. There's no steps.
Because he needs to lock it down now. So it's like he wants to see the prize now, and then you'll just go through all the steps later. But everyone's a threat to him as long as he's thousands of miles away and broke and himself. So what he's gonna.
I think he does that because in his head he's already had a relationship. He's much further along than the women he
Oh yeah, he already
is
sees.
stalking.
Yeah, he already sees the white picket fence around the trailer compound he's building.
Yeah, so like he sees a woman, he lays eyes on her, and that is his girlfriend. Never having spoken a peep to him, and then he just makes up the rest as he goes along, and that is why he is so able to jump to marriage from absolutely nothing, because he's already made up in his mind that they're in a relationship, sans the other person's permission.
No, they'll get there eventually. They'll get there.
I guess. I don't know.
Trying to fucking come out there to see you, but this fucking shit shakes me right up.
I don't know why you always think of marriage and we haven't even met yet. You should be taking this one step at a time.
Oh, they are.
How long it took for you to think about marriage with Jamie?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said those weren't real pictures of Paul. I didn't know those were real pictures of Paul. So those are real pictures of Paul. So yes, Paula is 100% strapped. But we'll see that later.
You never treated me like a bitch like you do.
Treat me like a charm, right?
Never said I did, but I'm also not talking about marriage all the time.
You already told me that I have something to be concerned about with this guy.
You asked me.
What's up, C&J Dev?
That I do have something to be concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Love.
Tell me why I shouldn't be upset about it.
Because you're concerned about all guys.
Oh.
All men. So yeah, I guess you can be concerned about it.
Yeah, but you told me I didn't have anything to be concerned about with Alex.
No, I didn't like Alex.
Well, you made out with him. You talked about
Yeah.
having a relationship with him.
Yeah,
You asked this guy out,
I know.
and you told me that I have something to be concerned about with this guy.
Mhm.
So now you're telling me that I shouldn't be concerned.
Well, because he doesn't like me back.
But you told me that I do have to be concerned.
Well, if he liked me, then yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so if he likes you, then I have something to be concerned about because he's out there and I'm back here,
Yeah.
and you'll dump my ass for him.
Well, we're not together, so there's no dumping.
Jesus Christ, Casey.
Casey, what are you not
Jesus
getting?
Christ, Lauren. You act like I'm the one who's crazy. You're insisting I'm your girlfriend. I mean, what do you want, Lauren? Do you want honesty? What do you want? What do you want?
I want honesty, but I want you to stop looking at this fucking guy. So one thing that's going to fucking kill us is when you can keep your eyes wandering around.
Lauren's girlfriend.
So now
can't
you want to
even
tell me
have
who I
eyeballs.
can talk to?
Yo, I've known people like that before. They want their women to like look at their feet and shit when they're walking, and that's straight from like the actual pimp culture. You know, like if you're, I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with rules, but if you are working, if you make eye contact with another pimp, like you belong to that other pimp. So like that's why you're supposed to walk down looking at your feet. And so like I've known people who were like that in the military with their wives and shit. Like they wanted them looking down at their feet when they were walking. I always thought that was so strange because you're afraid she's gonna catch some other dude's eye and then that's gonna be it. Like when you put restrictions on someone like that, it just makes everything seem so enticing. You can't make eye contact with someone.
That shows how little you think about yourself. If you think your girl can get snatched from you by just looking at somebody, then maybe you need to like put some better action in yourself. Maybe.
Hey, you keep
maybe
those
you're
progressive
garbage.
ideas to yourself, okay?
Maybe you are trash.
You keep that progressive garbage to yourself. No one get any ideas from what Honest is saying. You keep
I'm
your
just saying,
eyes down.
if a look is all it takes for your girl to leave you, then
I know,
maybe,
right? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about your self-esteem at all when you want them looking at their feet.
maybe, yeah, maybe you're trash.
Or who I can look at? I can't even look at another guy.
But you need to look. Look at him.
Told you that, and I don't give you look. You fucking interested in us.
I can't just control who I'm interested in.
Yeah, you can.
No, just like how you can't control that you're interested in children, I can't control what men I'm interested in.
I'm not interested in children.
Well,
So there's the update for you
Casey.
again.
All right, well then just stop being interested.
Well, I mean, technically, Lauren, you two met because you showed up to fuck a child, so that's probably where Casey's getting it from. Technically, Lauren, I'm gonna have to give a point to Casey on this one. But as far as you go, that she's at like a -10 now because it's been nothing but gut punches. But technically, Casey is correct.
In me if this is such a problem.
After a year, Casey?
Right?
Actually,
I mean, if you could control it, then why don't you just stop if I'm not doing what you want me to do?
For me, it's been longer because I've been interested in you in a long time.
Oh, no, Lauren.
Yeah, but if you could control it, then why don't you just stop?
No, Lauren.
If
so
this is all just a giant problem.
Because I don't want to stop being interested in you.
What?
Okay.
I have feelings for you.
Well, then I guess you're just going to have to deal with how I feel.
And have to deal with you talking to this guy all the time.
Yeah, unless you want to stop, having an interest in me, then yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know how you control your interest. I don't know how.
And then I come out there.
Hmm?
And when I come back, he all of a sudden has an interest in you, and you dump me for him.
I don't know. I can't tell the future.
I'm tired of hearing stories about Bruce Leroy.
You're speaking in hypotheticals. I don't. As of right now, he does not like me, and you and I are not together. That's what we're working
Lauren
with
just
right
made
now.
up that whole scenario in his head.
Nobody knows what will happen.
To be mad at. So what happens if I come
Yeah, he
back
does.
out here?
He
First
does.
off, you didn't even
He
get
does.
permission to go out there.
But he does choose your own sad ventures in his head, where he automatically
Sad
he could
ventures.
see he's like Doctor Strange, where he could see 9 billion things happening, and they all end with you fucking Alex. Like every
Oh
single one
my
of them,
god.
every single one that ends up with. Even if he goes out there, this man could become. He could get signed by a country music label. He can do everything that he's ever dreamed of, and she still ends up fucking Alex. Or this other guy who she likes, who the only component missing in that is this guy liking her back. And in Lauren's mind, if you spend this amount of time with someone, you're working with them 5 days a week, you're talking to them on the phone, he would fall in love with that person. It doesn't matter who they are. If he's working with someone close 5 days a week and she shows him any attention outside of work, they talk on the phone, he will fall in love with that person. So what's stopping that guy from loving Casey? It's only a matter of time. So if she continues her actions speaking to this person, then Lauren's gonna be fucked. And he's put in all this time liking her since she was supposed to be 13. It's a lot for him.
And you gotta stop being
That's
so.
the investment he has. That time in prison he spent after he didn't. Oh no. That's not it.
Insecure.
No.
Well, stop putting the insecurity in the way.
They're your insecurities. I can't stop you from being insecure.
Stop talking to the guy, Casey.
You can't force someone to promise you the future. I don't know the future.
Okay, and I come out there and you and I decide to be together. What's going to go on with him?
Or I just said I don't know the future. How can I answer that? I have no idea.
Because if I come out there and you and I decide to be together,
you don't have to fuck with the guys.
And I come back here and you dump me for him, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I'll never.
I wouldn't imagine you would.
I'll never even talk to you again.
Okay.
Wow.
This is fuck yeah. I never fucking dreamed.
That's $1 in the bully bowl. What do you mean you don't care? That hurts Lauren's feelings. He wants you to care. All Lauren wants out of any of this 12 minutes so far is her to say one reinsuring thing. Reinsure him just 1%. He's invested 100% of this relationship he's had since he believed you were a 13-year-old. And he spent time in prison for this. And now all he wants is just a little bit of reinsurance, and she can't even give him that.
He is so utterly ridiculous for this. Like, if this situation plays out just how he said it is, like, you get dumped for somebody else and she's with this person, why would she care that old snaggletooth, barn door tooth, fungal feet Lauren is not talking to her? Why would anyone care? Please
Because of
make sense.
he doesn't believe anything Ember told him unless it was something that he wanted to believe. And didn't she say something about Casey saying, of all the guys I met, like I would want to have coffee with Lauren or something like that? So he probably does believe that she does have some sort of interest. She's always intrigued. He's always intrigued her in some way. So like, look, you do that, then don't even bother contacting me again, Casey. Like,
he thinks like that about every woman. Like, he says these kind of things that don't make any sense.
Once he gets that cement mixer going, and you're gonna feel real stupid when you see the line of women lining up to get with Lorne in the cement mixing business.
Well, obviously you wouldn't if you dumped me for someone else.
Yeah, exactly. That was just a weird thing to say. Yeah. It's a weird thing to say.
Well, it's not really a weird thing to say. I don't even know what the fuck to say right now. It's fucking floors me.
Hello?
I said I don't even know what to say right now. It floors me.
Oh, okay. Why does it sound like you're crying?
I'm not crying.
Sounds like you're trying not to cry. What's the matter?
I'm very upset.
Oh.
Casey, I've got feelings for you.
Yeah, but what's the matter?
what's the matter is you got another guy there.
Well, Lauren, I mean, that's just the deal when you date someone long distance. There's guys everywhere.
Yeah, but there's another guy that you're spending time with now, that you work with, that you kiss at work.
Mhm. I know those things.
Okay, and he comes over and he drinks alcohol at your house.
Yeah.
What a good combination.
Yeah.
Yet I'm supposed to be coming home. Beginning of October.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for recapping all that.
I think it sounds fucked up.
No.
I'm gonna say, since Casey is the one doing it, and Casey has said many times she doesn't give a shit, Casey does not think any of this sounds fucked up. Casey thinks this sounds just fine. Casey's not, and as Casey has made it very clear, Lorne, if you don't like it, you can fuck off.
I like how he brought up that the dude is drinking alcohol at her place. It was like, well, you drank alcohol at Tony's place. What does that mean?
We wasn't making out. They wasn't. They wasn't making out. So that's why it's different.
Didn't want to. That's because Tony didn't want to.
That's
and maybe Wendy didn't. And Wendy wouldn't have allowed it.
He didn't buy Wendy enough of those cookie whoopie pies for her to allow a makeout session.
With her fat
fucking eyes.
Spend all night on the phone with him.
All night on the phone.
Oh.
Well, you did. Isn't that what you did last night?
No.
You told me you were
When did I say that I did that?
You told me you were texting with him.
Yeah, I was texting you too.
Oh.
Not all night long.
Yeah, I was.
I slept for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, you were. You want me to text you while you're sleeping?
Oh.
You didn't need to. You had him you were texting with.
Oh.
No, seriously, you want me to text you while you're sleeping? Just talk to myself?
He is not about to say no. Lorne would like nothing more than to know that while he was asleep, you were thinking about him. Send him. You could send him. You could send him your grocery. Jay I'm just putting together my grocery list that I sent him. He would love that. He would wake up so elated in the morning to know that while he was sleeping, you were sending him messages. Because if you're sending them to him, that's one less message you're sending to a so-called cocksucker.
No other people in the world you can talk to?
What?
There's nobody else in the world that you can talk to? Had talked to him?
I talk to who I want to talk to.
Well, that's obvious. You weren't giving any thought to me when you were texting all night with him, with the guy that you like.
You were asleep for 4 hours, but other than that, I texted you all night. You're acting very pathetic.
Oh, am I?
No, I'm not, Casey. I'm mad about
How was this not pathetic? You didn't text me for 4 hours while I was asleep.
Well, what would you say
Even though
like
I
that?
texted you the entire fucking night.
I mean, Casey, when you say something like that, it's gonna sound. you didn't text me when I was asleep. And he just seems like people are saying they're surprised we haven't gotten more Lorne to. He's just beaten down. He is so beaten down in every conversation with Casey that it's just like he's still mad, he's still angry, but like he's just gonna accept it.
Yeah,
he's gonna accept it.
I think Jamie Amy was like the last, the last way around.
Yeah, but I also, do you think, and this is crazy, but do you think that maybe because in Lorne's mind, after hearing the call today, because some lawyer, or he believes that if he just talking would have been fine, and his only real issue was going over there. And so in his mind, he's justifying it as this was a fucking thought crime. Like I would have been fine because I didn't actually try and have sex with her. I just asked her for a kiss. So I shouldn't have been arrested. I was lured. And if he does actually have sex with Casey, it's kind of like making up for that loss that he had.
I definitely think that he thinks of it. He's trying to hold on tight because Yeah, like he thinks that this is the person that was at the Sting house, and it would add some validity to his claim that
Right?
he's not
Yeah.
a bad person and that he didn't do anything wrong. If the decoy is with him, then he couldn't have done something that terrible
And
or
it's like a fuck
whatever.
you. It's a fuck you to Dateline. It's a fuck you to him. It's a fuck you to the whole thing, because now he's with her.
Yeah.
So
I didn't expect you to text me while I was sleeping.
You couldn't
Fuck, I
talk
didn't-
to anybody else?
no,
I
Casey.
didn't expect you to be texting with
Pickles.
him all night and then call him on the phone too. I thought he was just a guy that you worked with. From what you told me before, you can do those jobs with no feelings involved.
Not this one.
You said that to Jamie about doing porn.
That's what Jamie said to me.
Yeah, you're confusing me with Jamie.
No, you said that to me too.
Oh, okay.
Remember that? Remember that show you did there? That other movie there,
Mhm.
or film that you did with that other guy?
Yeah.
You had to sit on his lap and straddle him.
Mhm.
And you said you can do that with no feelings involved.
Yeah.
You did it. And you
Yeah.
did it.
Mhm.
Okay. So a little different this time.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. Yet here I am, still in the picture.
Yeah.
So
Because you refuse to leave the picture.
But I shouldn't be upset from what you say,
exactly.
and I shouldn't be
Well,
concerned.
you can just turn your feelings off, remember? Because you can control.
So in Lorne's mind, he could have one night stand after one night stand allegedly, and have no feelings. But Casey couldn't straddle someone as part of a movie and not have feelings. He felt like he needed a reminder of that.
Yeah,
He is trying to remind this woman into having feelings for him. He's gonna nag her until she wears down.
but it's not gonna work.
You can't convince someone that they need to be interested. Hey, don't forget you used to like me, and like it's crazy. This is insane.
All your interests. Just turn your interest level down.
Hey,
Not
William
down.
Fetters, turn your interest level. He can't control his interest
Like it's
level.
like it's on a
I was in the
dial.
picture when you met this guy.
You want to set that interest level
Mhm.
to simmer. You got it on boil.
Okay.
You want to set it on simmer.
Yeah, Lauren, yours goes all the way up to 11, buddy. We needed about a 2 right now. So just turn your interest level down, okay? Just for Casey.
So what?
So did you turn your interest off then?
When?
When I was in the picture before?
Picture
I don't know how to turn interest off. You're the one who said that.
F11.
Either you just fucking say you can't. I'm involved with somebody else right now. He might
I
be a
don't
cute
even
guy.
know how. What?
Control K.
He might be a cute guy, but I don't need to have an interest in him.
What cute guy you're interested in?
No, Casey.
Not me. I'm saying it as in you saying it. That's all you have to say.
Okay, but I do have an interest in him. That's what I'm saying.
You have an interest in him, and you get an interest in me. I'm all the way here in Maine, and trying to plan to come out there, and don't know what will happen between now and then.
No?
Was left feeling really good after his call with Casey, completely reinsured that things are going to be going great for them. Accidentally just went back to the last call. But so now we're going to move on to call 17. I believe this is where we get more into the Paula stuff.
Oh heavens!
I trust you. I really do.
So go fuck yourself. That's stressful.
No, it's actually the next. Yeah, no, I know. We're in the first 5 seconds, and he's talked about trusting her. Which, I mean, we've heard a lot of these calls. Lorne does not trust her. But after this call is where Paula comes up. So Let's start this one over.
I trust you. I really do.
So go fuck yourself. That trust bullshit. No, you don't. Otherwise, you would have interrogated me all fucking day.
I don't. I'm not going to tell you.
Questions. You go fuck off at that.
Casey, I'm not going to tell you that I like you hanging out with him all the
Manipulative
fucking time.
bullshit.
Goddamn guy is fucking up your ass 24 hours a day.
Oh, but you trust me, right?
Well,
I trust you. It doesn't mean that I'm going to like it. Why the hell would I
Set
like
him
it?
up with your friend. Write down a list of your friends' names and see which ones he likes the best. Are you fucking kidding me?
Why
God,
not?
you're so fucking weird.
Why not? What's wrong with introducing him to your friends?
If he wanted a girlfriend, I would.
But he doesn't want a girlfriend. He just wants to be around you all the time.
I guess so. Good news for him. He lives down the street. We can hang out whenever he wants.
Yeah, well, gee, how convenient.
Yeah, that's the definition of the convenience. Not literally.
you know what? I mean, first of all, that's the definition of a convenience. But I already did this call, so I need to move to 17.5 because that's the one that I didn't do before we get to the Paula.
Okay.
Did you block me?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured.
You pissed me off, and you know you pissed me off. And you know you did it on purpose.
That's real mature.
Well, pissing me off is real mature. Especially when
Yeah.
especially knowing how easy it is for me to freak out about some stuff.
What do you mean?
Things that
That's a
happened to
you
me when I was a kid.
problem.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where you got that I ever sucked a dick, because I've never sucked a dick.
Oh, I thought you said in one of them that you and your brother.
Ooh.
I need to clip that for
Oh.
I just want to hear that again because the way he says it, and then looking at his face, and just picture him staring through your bedroom window and saying this. Okay, honest, ready?
Well, I don't know where you got that I ever sucked a dick, because I've never sucked a dick.
The way he
Oh, I
punches.
thought you said in one of them that you and your brother used to suck each other's penises.
No. No, I didn't
Someone
say that.
sucked someone's penis.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't do it. It was done to me.
Well,
It hurt me then, and it hurts me to this day. I don't like to think about it. I don't like to talk about it.
I mean, I know that this is one of this controversial things, but this story changes. The story has changed often, and I know that there are some people who believe Lorne and some people who don't believe Lorne. And I personally feel that if this actually happened to Lorne, he would have used this as his excuse while sitting down with Chris, like a lot of the other ones did.
Yeah, definitely. It would have come up way earlier than when he initially first dropped the bomb. Dropped this bomb. I would think, or not at all. Does that make sense?
Either
early,
he would have
not
brought it
at
up real
all.
early, or he never would have brought it up. But just throwing it out there when he did with Ember, it just didn't seem authentic. Of all people, that's who you. I don't know. Just so that's my thoughts on that.
like anything about it.
and that's why you call people faggot? Is it because you've had kind of a gay experience?
Yeah, I've had a gay experience, and I didn't like it at all.
Well, maybe just because it was with your brother. Maybe try a different guy.
I don't fucking think so.
I know.
It wasn't just one brother. It was two brothers.
Both of them blew you?
No, just one of them blew me. I didn't like that. I made him stop.
Why did he do it?
The other one continuously fucking fondling shit and pissed me off all the time.
Maybe that's what it was, that you and him used to touch each other's penises and butts.
No, never touched each other's ass. I don't even like to talk about it. Why are you trying to
You
push it
mentioned
out?
it. You mentioned it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I want to talk about it.
Then why mention it?
I will say
That's
though,
what
I do think
what you
Lauren might
did
have
that
seen some
pissed me
things
off.
and some stuff in that house.
Oh no, I agree. No, I agree.
I will I will say at the very least Lauren might have seen some things and some stuff in that house. I
Yeah,
will give him that.
I could just also see Lauren being the kind of person that takes someone else's experiences as his own,
Oh,
as a way, as a way to make excuses. So maybe
yeah.
something happened, but who knows? Who knows? It's hard to say, but it's just with Lauren because of the amount that he lies. It's really hard to believe anything that he says when he's using it as an excuse.
Mhm.
And there would have been really no other reason for him to bring it up other than to use it as an excuse. Like I know, and the way he used it was, I know the weight of what that does to someone because it was done to me. Well, if that was in fact the truth, then why would you go to do it to someone else if you understand the
That
weight of what
or
it does
like
to someone?
or like
And not
he brings up the basketball team quote unquote trauma more than he brings up that. And it's just
exactly.
like he brings that up first and it's
That's
like,
he
well,
brings that as the root
eh,
cause of why his life
yeah,
really went downhill, and not the stuff that was going on with
yeah,
the people he trusted and loved within
yeah,
his home. That he all because then later he says that all he did was look up to his brothers. All he did was
yeah.
look up to them. So like, which one is it? So it's just really, yeah, it's really hard. But he wasn't just an opportunist predator like some of them on TCAP who would have gone at. He had multiple relationships with children
Yeah,
that he had tried, and he would go to those country. So when he found Kayla in that country music room, that wasn't the first time he had come across a child in a country music room, and he knew exactly what to do so that she
yeah.
can try and
Delete
hide
your
her tracks.
archives. Get
The
a
man
lock on your
can
door.
barely restart a computer, but he knows exactly what to do to clear your archives on Messenger.
Yeah.
Most.
I mean, it's not that big a deal.
It
So
is
you
to
and your
me.
brothers touch each other's dicks a bunch.
It doesn't matter. I was the youngest one. It never should have happened to me.
Why did they do that?
I
Are they
don't know.
gay?
I don't know why they did it. I never asked them. I never confronted them with it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to. I just wanted it to be gone.
So that's why you hate all gay people and not just your brothers?
I don't hate gay people. Where do you
Right.
get
You
that
said
I
you're,
hate gay people?
that's what being homophobic is.
No, being homophobic is being afraid of homosexual making moves on you
Oh
and
my God.
trying to force you to do something you don't want to do.
No, that's just called.
That's homophobic. I'm not afraid of gay people.
Okay.
I have some friends.
Wouldn't that just make you anti-assault of all types?
Yeah.
Right? Because like I wouldn't want a man or a woman trying to force me to do anything that I didn't want to do sexually. It doesn't that doesn't make me homophobic. That just makes me I just want my own agency. That's all.
Yeah. That would be no means no.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not homophobia. That's
but didn't he
weird.
say he said he was afraid of gay he just said he was afraid of gay people, but then just said he wasn't afraid of gay people.
Yeah, sometimes he lies.
He literally said that within like a couple seconds. He was like, I'm not
He,
afraid
pr-
of gay
I'm
people.
just afraid of them
But
trying to do stuff to me sexually and me liking it. Oh God damn it! Then he slips up.
That are gay.
Well, that's
That
that's what phobic is. It's a phobia. You're
it's a
scared of
phobia.
gay people.
Well, I'm not scared of gay people. I'm scared of any move being made on me by a gay person of the same sex.
any
It
gay
freaks me
person
out.
of the
It gives
same
me
sex.
Yeah,
goosebumps.
So
It grosses me
a
out.
gives
lesbian
him
can make a
goosebumps.
move on you, but a lesbian can make a move on you, but
Well, hold on. Is it a male lesbian or a female lesbian?
Wes,
Because
could
that's
you
going to make a difference to Lauren. That's going to make a difference to Lauren. He's
I
so
can't.
stupid.
It makes me step back away from them. It makes it hard for them to make a friend out of me.
Can you hold on a second? My mom's calling. I'll call you
Uh-oh.
back in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
So what were we talking about? Your brothers and you fondling? Is that what we were on the topic of?
No, we're off that topic.
Oh.
I don't know why you would want to push that.
What have you been up to?
I just get done working a 16.5-hour day.
That's cool. Did you get my text message where I had the definition of homophobic?
I don't know. I didn't. My cell phone's wasn't on. Well, my headset wasn't on, so I couldn't hear it come through.
So your headset weren't on?
No. So I can hear text when they come through.
Oh, cool. Well, I got something to show you. Did you get that?
No, might be because of the. We're supposed to get a rainstorm tonight sometime.
Oh my god! Like the way he and he's gonna drone on about a fucking rain. Casey doesn't give a shit. Did you get the message? Honest, are you still there?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, I was just making sure that like my internet didn't go out or some shit. Okay.
No, mine is still out though.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, yeah, I was just making sure mine. I had some because it happens.
It might be because of that. Are you texting me under your computer number?
Yeah, you should have got it.
Got your name right here. You're not blocked.
Okay, Lauren, just give it a minute.
Oh, it's coming. It's I don't know why it didn't pop up because it hasn't come up yet. Okay, now it's come up.
You see it yet?
Yeah, I get it.
Which one did you get?
Homophobic. Having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against gay people. Okay, well, I don't know what my description of what I have is, but it's not homophobic.
What I have.
What he has.
I think it's
like
cases
it's an
with your
illness.
brothers or
I think she just described she just told you what you have. It's called homophobia. I don't know if this isn't WebMD where you're not self-diagnosing.
He's on WebMD. I don't know if that matches my symptoms.
It sounds like here, like I might be homophobic, but I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm not gonna self-diagose.
Where she just told you that you were. She just said you are homophobic. That's what she told you.
Well, I mean, like Balloon Sage said, Lauren doesn't hate black people. He just doesn't want to touch one or see one. That's not a fucking racism. And you got it. It's racism, but then Casey's gonna have to send in the definition of that. No, this isn't what I have either. Just don't like blacks.
in your penis.
What I have.
Towards anybody that's gay that's the same sex as me that makes a move on me.
Do you get my second picture?
Yeah. I just had to put my glass on because I can see the thing.
People have standards. If straight women don't want you, then I'm pretty sure gay men don't want you. Arnold was probably drunk when he. Arnold was probably drunk, or he was using you to get to Roy. Like
Lauren had on a hat. Lauren had on a hat. He thought Justin Timberlake was in Cornville. You can't blame Arnold for that one.
I really do think Arnold was trying to holler at Roy through Lauren. Because
I mean, Roy is
no way.
Yeah, Roy is the one that you would go for.
Ain't no way.
Who is it?
Jesus Christ, it's Paula?
Oh Lord.
That's right. Now we're at the Paula calls. Now we're at the Paula
Yes.
calls. Yes. Now we get there. So this really is Paula.
Who's that?
Who is it?
Kind of looks like her.
I told you she's online.
She didn't used to look anything like that.
Okay.
How he gonna say
26
it kind of looks like her?
And then he's going to say she didn't used to look like that. Well, first of all, in order for you to recognize her, she did, but it's like he's trying to justify. Lauren, this woman is 25 years older. Bitch, you don't look like what you used to look like.
like 2 years ago.
Right? I mean, this man is aging horrendously, but like, look, like Paula looks like Paula. Paula looks good. Paula looks good.
Lauren's face looks like a bad Halloween mask. It looks like a mask was shot out of a t-shirt can.
It's a
and
William
landed on
Shatner
his
mask.
face.
Inside out, like Michael Myers' first mask. Like Paula.
No.
So he recognizes Paula, but then it's like he wants to justify. It's like he's trying to explain to Casey, like, well, you know, she was much hotter back when I knew her. That's what it feels like to me. Like Lorne feels like he's getting called out. Like, you know, well, she wasn't. This is who you're in love with, Lorne. She's not that hot. So it's like he's trying to justify. Well, you know, she used to be hotter. And in my mind,
Lauren's face looks like that. You remember that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire when the mask fell out the window and it got ran over by the truck? That's what his face looks like, sir. Let's preserve people's looks.
You know that Casey's in Miss Doubtfire 3, so for you to even bring that up, that's hurtful.
You know, it's coming full circle. But let's reserve.
Well, you know, but for Lorne, who keeps mental images of the teenagers in his mind when he's pleasuring himself, the thought of the seeing Paula at her like actual age now instead of what he's been fantasizing about for 25 years has to be jarring for him. Casey just ruined that Spank Bank entry because now he sees Paula for what she is, like a woman his age.
She also said she knows with you.
Yeah.
Paula. Pickles.
Of course she'd say that.
Why is that, of course?
Because I know how she is.
How come she hates you so much?
Oh, she don't hate me. If anybody would hate anyone, it would be me hating her.
I don't think she likes you very much.
No, she does.
She liked you so much that she ran away to Alaska.
She does.
She
likes you.
I'm sure she's talking shit about me. It doesn't surprise me. She just fucking try to fit in with anyone.
Okay.
What happened?
But I mean, just prior to this, he was saying he knew what love is because he's loved this woman for 25 years. But then we're a minute and 15 seconds into the reveal that Paula has been found and Paula is talking to people, and now Paula is a conniving bitch who just will talk to anyone.
Can I say he I could tell that he hangs out with Mama Gwen quite a bit, or women, and a lot of women her age, because the way that he talks like a gossipy old woman. They'll just say anything to fit in with anybody.
He's hanging out with his mom when he goes over there to borrow money or whatever. Like, then I'm sure him and his mom sit down and talk. In that small town, everyone talks about everyone. So I'm sure he grew up sitting on his mom's lap, 13 years old, listening to her gossip.
13 years old.
You shouldn't be playing basketball.
Yeah, I'm confused why she's on here saying stuff like she's responding to all the posts about her on there. She's responding to posts about herself on there about past things you've said about her, being like, "I was in love with Paula," and you're crying and stuff, and she's like, "What the fuck is he even talking about? We barely knew each other."
What a stupid bitch.
Oh,
he was about to use the C word. He was about to say the C
I
word.
didn't even know you for a whole year.
No, was he about to go with the Dr. Cunt?
Stupid cunt. And then he went with the B word.
That's like when what's her name on TCAP was like, "This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous," because she was about to call something retarded, and she knew that she shouldn't say that.
She said it was ridiculous. That's what she
yeah,
said.
that was it. Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I've listened to this call mad times, so I caught that nuance where he was about to say.
And then he caught himself. He caught himself and didn't want it. You can't badmouth your ex that you've been saying you love, and now he's gonna throw under the bus and for his new love, the much younger Casey Morrow.
Mm-hmm.
Each other every day for 6 months. There wasn't a day that went by that we didn't see each other. She'd go to work.
She needed rides home
for after work. And
that is still less than a year. 6 months is less than a year.
With me. She'd be over there. She'd bought my nephew birthday presents, crap of birthday presents, but she seemed like she was jealous of Leanne for some reason. That was weird. Even Amanda too.
I don't know who Leanne
Can we pause
or
real fast?
Amanda
I'm
is.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Let's bring it in. First off, we know he's BSing because he did that little pause when he was describing what they did, because he was like, well, I hung out with her before work, during work, after work, and then at Paul and Lori's house, and then he paused and was like, she bought Darren a whole crap of birthday presents, and
Yeah.
she was jealous of Leanne, and Amanda, but more jealous of Leanne, He's making this up as he goes along, but don't have like, if you about to lie, like you've had 25 years to perfect this lie and still have nothing to show for it but your little mini syllables.
He never thought he'd be, because getting called on it right now, and then saying, well, this person's out here telling they got receipts, Lorne. Like, she's out here telling their story. He has to come up with something. He has to come up with something on the fly because he never expected this. And so he's getting called on it live. And so all he can think to do is try and badmouth her. And like, what a weird thing to jump to say that this woman was jealous of the ones you bought the shorts, Lorne. Like, why would that be the very first thing you go to? And this woman was showing weird attention to your nephew. So, Lorne, what you're saying is this woman was shitty to your family, showed weird attention to your nephew, but you've been in love with her for 25 years? Help me understand.
Pooh Frog made a good point that this was projection. Like when he brought up this was projection.
Yeah. At one point. Because I mean, and I bring it up, but on his chat log with Kayla, there's a part where he tells her he thinks something is wrong with my MySpace Messenger, and she asked why, and he said because I logged on, and as soon as I did, my nieces logged off. And so to Lorne, that obviously something's wrong with Messenger. No, Lorne, they were probably told if Uncle Lorne logs on, you get off, or they just knew to.
It's not funny, but they fled the scene like that.
No, yeah.
I just found out that they had a brother. You feel me? Like, I didn't know that those girls even had a brother. Like, I knew he had a nephew somewhere, but I didn't know that was their brother. I even know his name. We're just now finding out his name.
Yeah.
Maybe other people knew his name. I didn't know that boy's name.
I didn't know either. But yeah, so I only knew about the girls. I didn't know about the brother either until I heard this. Oh, Casey was like, who the fuck are these people, Lorne? Stop just saying names. And that's how you know this man is on Confusion Street. Because he's just saying names like Casey's supposed to know who the fuck these people are. Lorne, we are not actually cousins just because you want to fuck me. That we don't know the same family.
My nieces. For some reason she seemed more jealous of Leanne than she did Amanda, but she thought she was jealous of Amanda too.
Jealous of them for what?
I don't know. I noticed it then, but I didn't say anything. But I noticed that she gave Darren a lot more attention than she did either one of the girls.
Jealous of them in what way?
I don't know. It was just weird. I could just see the way that she acted. It was different. She acted different towards the girls than she did Darren.
I don't know who Darren is.
My nephew.
Stay with me here, Casey. Come on.
Well, she was like talking on there about how she only knew you for less than a year, and how she was friends with like your brother's girlfriend. Like she wasn't even really your friend that much.
She's so fucking full of shit. She's so fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Lorne has cheers on in the background while just getting. He is in a daze right now. Like, this has to scare the shit out of him. because Paula will, like as far as he knows, Paula. They're asking Paula questions. Was he ever around kids? How was he around? They're asking about the shorts. They're asking about all. He doesn't know what they're talking to her about. He can't run and find what they're doing. Like this man's not even legally allowed to be on the internet to look. This has to be scary for him.
Exactly.
This is like worst
Exactly.
case scenario shit. The one person you claim to have been in love with, and right now she is out there telling the truth. Lauren, she's got receipts. Lauren, she's telling stories. She's a liar is what she
Yeah.
fucking is.
Yeah, he already has to start copping the plea that she's a liar and putting
Yeah.
that out in the atmosphere.
By the way, the woman that I said I was in love with for 25 years, so I do know true love, she is a piece of shit. Just FYI. FYI, she is a lying whore. Just as long as we're telling the truths.
She's pretty adamant because people were like, "Oh yeah, you had sex with him," and she's like, "I definitely did not have sex with him."
Yeah. I never made the move on her. She had to make it on me.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
She kept wanting me to go out and do things. I even missed time from work, and they told me if I missed any more time from work, then I'd get fired. And then we wound up going to her cousin's house in some other town that was further, was a good distance away. I can't remember what the name of the town was. But I'd only been there that one time. But her cousin asked her if she wanted to stay the night, and she looked at me. I said, "Don't look at me." I said, "I'm not staying the night." I said, "I'm not going to lose my job."
Well, what were you missing work for?
Because I wouldn't have been able to get back to work in time from the place that we were at.
No, I mean, you said your work said they'd fire you if you missed more work. Why were you missing so much work?
Because I'd stay up late.
Lorne is that man that if Lorne's making $600 a week and he meets you, he will spend $600 per week on you to make you love him. And for 2 weeks, you're thinking everything's great because you're going to the movies, he's taking you to dinner, he's buying you gifts and stuff. You just don't know that he's not paying his bills. So in a month when he and then he also like he's showing up to take you to lunch and in the morning when you wake up, he's like there to take you to breakfast. You don't know that he's just not going to work. And so like and it's amazing until he's fired and he has no money, and then he's like wanting to remind you of all the nice things that he did for you. He's still showing up, but not to take you to lunch. He's worried that you're with some dude who has a job and who has money. Oh, you're a money girl now? You only like me when I have money?
A money girl.
But that
Lorne
is, I mean,
a
he
money
will.
Girl.
Lorne is a money girl. But Lorne will spend everything he can. He will try and do everything he can to make this person want to think that because to him, gifts equal love, right? That's the affection that he's going to play with your hair and he's going to buy you shit. Like that's how he wants to show. And not things that he thinks you like, not things that you'll like, but things he thinks you want, like that all women want. Jewelry
things. It's not even things that he thinks that all women want. It's things that he wants to buy for you. Like
and he's gonna go to Walmart and buy you.
My heat's about to get cut off. Well, okay, but I bought you this ring. Okay, well, can you pay my light bill? Nah, but I bought you this.
Look at this ring. Look at this ring I got you. It's a class ring, Lauren. I never went to Penn State, but someone did.
Good night. I'd stay at the bar and wait for her to be done.
Oh, she worked at the bar you went to?
Yeah, that's how I met her.
So you didn't meet her through your brother's girlfriend?
No. No, my brother and my sister-in-law met her through me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how my brother and sister knew her. My brother and sister-in-law knew her. It was through me.
So you would be up late waiting for her to get off work? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I went to the karaoke bar every night anyway, before she ever started working.
You are a fucking liar. You were there every night because you wanted to be the person to drive her home because you were afraid what she would do if she drove home with someone else. And 2, you wanted to make sure that she wasn't like being, I'm sure she was flirting with other people there, but Lorne would like, he wouldn't think twice about it, but he wanted to be there. He wanted to be there for her so that when the first time she wanted to date someone, Lorne would be right there. Don't you remember all those times I took you to work? Don't you remember all those times I tipped you when you would bring me beer?
I'm sorry. There's just like Paula is a brave soul because there's no way I'm getting in a car with anybody that looks like Lorne. I'm just not doing it. I'll
I mean,
take
but
my chances walking
25.
in the dark.
Paula
Nope,
seems.
I'm walking
I bet Paula could take care of herself. That's
3 a.m.
like when I
I'm
hear.
walking in
You got to
the
think.
dark.
Look, Paula went to Alaska. Paula went to Alaska, just took off and went to Alaska. Paula does shit for herself. Paula could take care of herself. Paula wasn't worried about Lorne. And Paula also knew if Lorne did anything to her, there were about 10 men in that town who would come beat the shit out of Lorne.
That
Because
is true.
Paula had friends. Paula had a lot of enemies, and Paula had a lot of friends. Oh my God, is Paula Polly from Jesse's Story?
In there.
Wrong again, little evil
She started working
McNugget.
there. That's where I met her.
Why did you wait for her to be off work?
Because we were friends and we'd always hang out together.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had to go home to work, why would you wait till her to be done to go home?
Because
Why not just go home, go to bed, so you're on time for work?
Because I had an interest in her. I had an interest in her,
That's
but I
not a reason to do
didn't want
that.
to do anything until I knew she was over her ex.
No, I think Lorne might have driven her to work, hung out there all day, and then took her home. And so really he would like pick her up an hour early, because so what he was doing was imposing on her time. She maybe felt obligated because he was giving her rides to and from work, but they would hang out an hour before and an hour after. Bar closing at 2. She's closing up. She might get home at 4 a.m. and that's why he couldn't go to work. And then he would just wake up and repeat and was like, we're both on the same schedule. He was probably trying to get a job there and shit. Oh my God, Paula. That's why Paula did leave for Alaska because of Lorne.
Because of Lorne.
And I just waited too long.
Well, why were you staying up?
Well, I got to get this part right here where he says he just waited too long. But then a little bit later, he admits that she was out like fucking all kinds of dudes. But he was like trying to be the nice guy. You're just not ready. No, Paula, no. You're not ready for a relationship. But when you are, I'll tell you. He was going to mansplain to her. He was going to mansplain to her when she was ready for a relationship. Okay, meanwhile, so she's out banging dudes.
So, like, I get him. Okay, like, this doesn't excuse the stalky, but I get him dropping her off at work and, like, picking her up. But why stay there?
Why already explained
the whole time?
Because he wants to
make ridiculous.
Yeah, but, like, so to him, he probably thought she would think it was really cool because he's just hanging out at the bar. But I'm sure she didn't like it unless he was just tipping the entire time. He was taking out loans from his mom and he was like tipping her and wanting her to think like, this is a man that can take care of you. Look how much I care about you. I'm going to tip you. I'm going to bring you to work. I'm going to take you home. And I'm doing all these things. These are all investments in our future together. Like, you should pay me back.
Nap, dude, at least. So if you're gonna stay up all night to wait for her to get off work, so you could at least have slept before, so you don't, lose your job. Oh my gosh, I just can't.
Time for all that Anna full-time job. Picking her up. He could have picked her up, but that would have been really late. And then to get up, because Lawrence always had those jobs where he's getting up early in the morning. He's just fucking himself because falls in fucking love is what it is.
Well, so
why would you wait
for
her to be done to go home?
Because
why not just go home, go to bed, so you're on time for work?
Because I had an interest in her. I had an interest in her, but I also didn't want to do anything until I knew she was over her ex. And I just waited too long.
Well, why were you staying up all night waiting for her to get off work if you weren't going to make any moves?
To spend time with her.
Well, so what does that mean? She got off of work, and then what did you guys do?
Well, we didn't do anything. All the time when she got off work, she'd have to go home. But I'd go to the karaoke bar, and I'd be there all night. And normally longer than what I would normally be before. Before, I'd stay until like 10 o'clock or so. When she started working there, I'd want to stay in right up till closing.
And when do they close, Lorne?
And it will last. Sometimes it lasts longer. Then I'm
Sometimes?
oversleeping. Sometimes I'd be late for work.
Ugh.
So why was that more important though than going to work?
Just because I had an interest in her.
Yeah, but why does that mean you had to stay there till she was done working?
It didn't. It's just I wanted to spend time with her.
So while she was
Okay.
at like work, what would you guys do that we were spending time together?
Well, nothing. It was just I was there with her, and she'd talk to me, and I talked to her.
So she was just like being a waitress.
Yeah, she was doing her job, but
Bob.
she'd pay more attention to me than she would anybody else.
Lorne, I'm glad you're here. These other guys are losers. Lorne, you were at a Hooters. Lorne, welcome to Raisins. You're butters. That's it. You're butters. You're getting finessed. Paula is finessing you. You are a Uber driver that doesn't accept payment of any type. And then you claim you got to have half a sex with her. Half a sex.
Half a.
Yeah, he got half a sex. He didn't. No one finished. She was unimpressed. She was like, "That don't impress me much." And
Yeah,
and
how do you tell a story where you are still taking an L and you are taking creative liberties with this
it's
lie?
even worse. It's even worse. It's even worse in his version. The half a sex is even worse than the no sex, in my opinion.
I can't.
And we just started doing
Did you
something.
tip her good?
Did I stick her good?
So Lorne laughed when he thought she said, "Did you stick her good?" Like, oh yeah, you're giving me that respect. You're asking, did I pound her good? Well, let me tell you, I got half a sex out of it. No. But then as soon as he realizes what she said, and what Casey is obviously getting to is, Lorne, you were a customer. You were a customer at the bar. That's it. You were a customer, dude. Then he doesn't think it's such a funny question.
Tip.
Did I
Tip, like
what?
cash. You give her money for your bill. Did you tip her good?
I don't remember how well I tipped her. I think I always went up and got my own beers, I think.
So, I mean, you had more
if she brought
interest
me a
in
beer
her
than I-
than.
if she
Why
brought
was
me a
he
beer,
getting
then I
his
tipped her,
own
yeah.
beers at the
I
at the restaurant,
Right?
at the bar?
Right? Like this man is driving the waitress to work and then doing her job. He's
Like
also
he went
Charlie.
to the back. He went to the back and got his own beer. Like what do he just behind the counter? He went to the tap to get his own beer.
how was
I
Lord
want to know
Charlie?
what that means.
Lord is Charlie and Frank at the same time. That's who Lord is.
I want to know what that means. You know, little known fact: T-Pain based his song "Bartender" off of Lorne and Paula's
Off of
love story.
Lord over there getting his own drinks. And then still leaving a tip on the bar for you. See, I tipped you, got my own beer, and I tipped you $1.
Every waitress or waiter. I know how it feels to be a waiter. I've been a waiter before. I know how it feels not to be tipped.
Yeah.
That's where
I didn't know you were a waiter. You never told me that.
I worked
I've been waiting for you for 25 fucking years.
at Denny's in Oklahoma.
When were you in Oklahoma?
Because I actually moved from Washington, and my brother and his wife asked me if I wanted to come down to Oklahoma because there's a lot of country music down there. They knew I like country music, and they needed help with a babysitter for their baby.
Imagine if this story is true. Imagine asking Lorne to move from wherever the fuck. I don't believe this story. I don't believe he moved in with someone because they needed help. He probably couldn't afford his shit because he's out spending all his money on any girl that would talk to him. But asking Lorne to come live with you to help as your babysitter, and then however many years later you see him on Dateline.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him with nothing. I wouldn't even trust him to water plants. Like
No.
I'd be like, hold this spoon.
But it's been,
the thing is,
it's been a decline. like it's been a decline for Lorne. So you got to think 25 years ago or whatever, he wouldn't have. He wasn't that far out of the military where he wasn't kicked out for disciplinary reasons. Like he did get an honorable discharge, so he was showing up to work on time. He wasn't. So it wasn't like he got the military and automatically he was a piece of shit. So there would have still been qualities in Lorne where he would have been able to mask a lot of the things that were just so apparent now. He would have been able to better mask those. He also didn't look like he was the incredible melting man back then. So you probably wouldn't look at Lorne and think, I need to cross the street. So like having Lorne in your house, he probably seemed reasonably normal until you start to get to know him. Then I'm sure you'd see some weird things, but to then turn on a TV 10 years or whatever later and see that this man was trying to have sex with a child, like how guilty would you feel that you had this man in your home with your baby who can't tell you anything that happened because they were a baby. If anything,
Yeah.
you're just always going to be worried about that.
Yeah. And may I say something about this timeline though? I mean, it's probably gonna go on, but like I have to say something, and it's on my spirit right now because I just noticed this. So he said he always tipped Paula well because he knows what it's like to not get tipped as a waiter. And he was a waiter when he moved to Oklahoma, but he moved to Oklahoma from Washington, which is where he is at now with Paula. So why would he have foreknowledge of being a waiter before Paula if he moved to Oklahoma from Washington?
No, that's a good question. Yeah, I never heard of him being in Oklahoma either. I do know though, in like the 80s, Denny's got in trouble because they weren't serving black folk. Do you remember? You probably don't remember, but there was a huge lawsuit nationally, and they had to run an advertising campaign about how they did love black people, but they weren't seating people. And I wonder if Lorne had something to do with that.
Lorne is single-handedly responsible for
I'm
that.
not racist. I'm just not going to sit him in my restaurant. Lorne, that's the definition of racism.
I won't blame Lorne for that one specifically.
It might not be Lord, but I'm just saying it might be a coincidental that Lord also worked for Denny's.
So they thought he'd get a job and babysit for them during the day while my sister-in-law was working and my brother was working. And I said, I'll give it a try. So I gave it a try, but I didn't like it because I was used to Paul and Laura and the kids, and I
Lawrence DD2. I've seen the not the shortened version. I've seen the one that has the actual. It's the real DD. It looks almost exactly like mine. I don't know if they're different for different branches, but like his DD214 looked legit to me. I don't think he would have a fake.
I loved being around Paul and Laura and the kids, and I loved it out in Washington. So I was down there for 3 months, and I went back to Washington.
So, when did you and Paula start hanging out?
I don't remember when it was exactly.
Did you just ask her? I mean, like, when was the first time? Like, what'd you do? Were you like, hey, you want to go down to the malt shop?
See, I met her.
The malt shop.
First night I met her, she had told me about her engagement being broken off.
Oh my God!
And I think it was sometime
The first night.
Well, she told me where she lived.
Wait.
And it was very close to me. And
you can rewind that if you
I
want
didn't
to.
know
I'll
that
shut
she
up.
was.
No, I'm like I've heard this call several times, but I thought so the first time they met, she told him about her engagement breaking up. The first time they met,
And where she lived. Listen to that again. Like I said, I'll
no, and I've heard this many times, but I for whatever reason, I thought this was like after they had reconnected at some point. She did this and he showed up. I didn't realize this was the first time so the first time she talked, like if the first had it happen, if the first time you talk to a woman, she starts going on about relationship problems with you. She's trying to bang. I'm just saying, like in my experience, if they start talking you just met this person, they start talking about relationship issues, there's possibility. But she is finessing you, Lauren. She wants you to feel sorry for her so that you will give her things and be there. And she is setting up the next mark. That's what she's doing.
Still living with her ex-fiance. And I went over and knocked on the door. He answered the door. I said, is Paula here? it was quite an awkward moment.
So what happened?
She just came out and talked to me and told me, she said, I'm living with my ex-fiance. I said, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that.
So why'd you go over there?
Pause. I'm so sorry. I have a theory on how this went as well. Can you hear me?
That's really good. Yeah, I said okay. I paused it.
Okay. So this meeting went one of two ways when he rolled up to her house. One, I think her fiance was like, who is this dude knocking on the door, and might have threatened to beat him up, and that is why Paula came out to intervene to save Lauren's life. Or two, the ex-fiance viewed him as such a non-factor, he actually went out and got Paula. It was like, it was some weirdos here.
See, here's what I think. Here's what I think happened. I think Paula had a type, and it was simpy men. And I think Lorne took her home the first night they met, and then Lorne went back to her apartment because Lorne probably watched the apartment that she walked into, and then he went back the next day or something to ask if she wanted to do something. And her boyfriend, being like Lorne, her fiance, if it was in fact her ex-fiance and not her current fiance that she was trying to make her ex-fiance, was just, he's a passive man, so he's not going to say shit because Lorne isn't the first man that he's heard rumors about or that has showed up or whatever. You know what I mean? So like it probably it probably wasn't like, holy shit, why is there a man talking to you? There probably been some stuff that had happened before. You know, like, and especially if it was his ex fiance, like why would he even be surprised if they're not together officially? So just a lot. But I think Lorne might have just dropped her off and then went back. I don't believe that shit that you would just talk to someone and tell them where you live and the apartment number.
Yeah, the exact apartment. Who does that?
Yeah, unless you want them to show up. Yeah, or took her home, or she needed a ride, or something. Yeah, something like that happened.
You just like showed up?
Yeah, because I didn't have her phone number.
She gave you an address but not a phone number.
Because you had her phone number, and you just went there and knocked on her door.
Yeah, I thought she lived there alone. I didn't know she lived with her ex.
That's scary.
Patrick, I'm surprised he passed an ASVAB to get into the Air Force at all. Like, I'm really surprised. And then again to pass to be a mechanic, but I don't believe because he didn't finish his first term, so I don't think he was able to pass the actual test at tech school, which that's where a lot of people get lost in tech school, depending on your AFSC. You'll lose a lot of people. My AFSC had a 70% washout rate, so we lost a ton of folks. Can you do a quick Kennedy impersonation for Poop Frog?
Oh, okay. I haven't done it in a long time.
You don't want it?
Hi, y'all. I just want to say that it's incredibly, incredibly tough for me to be here with y'all right now. I am struggling. I'm sitting on 7 phone books to be able to reach this microphone to talk to y'all right now. I am no bigger than a soda cracker. I'm just a little slip of a thing. It's very gusty outside. I almost blew away in 1 mile an hour winds, y'all. I don't know how y'all out here doing it. Y'all sturdy folks. Y'all people who weigh triple digit weights, y'all. I don't even know how. You know,
tiny and pregnant. How. She was tiny and pregnant. That's a good mix. So there you go, Poop Frog. Thank you so much.
I didn't even know the apartment complex. I didn't even know that wasn't an apartment complex.
What?
So she told me. And then she told me where it was, and I was Christ, I know the name of that place. It's right close to me.
What?
Well, how did you know her exact apartment number?
She told me.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh, hey, I live at these apartments in 3D.
She told me what her apartment number was. That's how I knew where her apartment was.
Oh.
I don't remember her giving me her phone number. Maybe she did. Maybe she. No, because there weren't cell phones back then. We didn't have cell phones back then.
Oh, okay. So you did not have her phone number. You just went there and.
Yeah, she told me where to live. Yeah, we didn't have cell phones back then. We just remembered that. We got cell phones.
She still had a house phone.
Yeah.
Hell, was it? We got cell phones. Actually, I think we just started getting cell phones but it's when they first came out. And me
and this also isn't true, just based on his timeline, because I was selling cell phones at this time in a mall kiosk. So they were aplenty, they were out, and people had them. They were not just coming out 25 years ago, Lauren. 25 years ago, they were not just coming out, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, you probably didn't have one yet.
Me and Paul was the only two that had them because we got them through work.
Didn't Paula work
Me
at
and
the
Paula-
bar?
The general
Yeah, that's
public
what I
didn't have
said.
them
How did?
Wait, I
why
thought he
did
just said Paula
have
didn't
a
have
cell phone?
one.
He said me and Paula were the first two that had one because we got them through work. Why would Paula need a cell phone?
Well,
at
I mean,
the bar?
hold on. The bar was her second job. Her actual job was finessing motherfuckers, and she did that. Someone bought her a car with the phone in it and a separate phone. That's how Paula got it. Then they paid for her to go to Alaska to bang some other dude while Lauren's paying her car payment. Lord and the ex are paying her car payment.
The finesse.
I can't wait till he gets. Yeah, she's a professional finessing. What is your occupation, ma'am? I am a barfly, thank you. And what is a barfly? I have men pay my bills at the bar, thank you. Lauren, take me home.
Yeah.
She sat in the back seat too.
That's remember that now. That's why she told me where she lives.
That's why.
Or lived.
And she was just like, come on by.
No,
Huh?
you
So
heard her.
she invited you over?
No, she didn't invite me over. She just told me where she lives.
Then why did you come over?
I thought I'd go over and see if she wanted to go do something. I had no idea.
Well, what kind of dates do you guys go on? Do you go like roller skating or anything?
Casey.
I don't remember if we were roller skating. I don't remember now what we did, but we.
I am positive you did not go roller. Paula was not going roller skating.
She might have. She might have had
No,
a little feather.
that was
her
from
little-
Taken
her
Abroad.
little
That
feather-
was.
her little feather. Well, I know, but she might. They might have. They might.
You
have
think she had
gone
on some?
roller
She had on some
skating.
LA Gear skates with like a frayed denim jacket,
Perhaps.
and
No,
Lauren
her
had on a
denim jacket
members
had
only
fringes.
jacket.
Yeah, her
She
jacket.
had,
her
yeah, the
denim
fringe.
jacket
Yeah, it had
was
the
acid
fringe.
wash and had the fringes on it.
Acid wash with fringe and a matching skirt, and
Yeah.
some LA Gear
With the little
skates.
lines on it that you make with like the clothing markers or whatever, like the pink
Sure.
pink neon.
Yeah, I can see that. You look good.
Did stuff together. We usually went over Paul and Laura's. We usually went over there and hung out with them.
Well, I mean, like, when you went over there, what did you say? You were like, you want to hang out? And what did she say? She was like what?
Well, I only went over there that one time. When I realized that she lived with her ex-fiance still, I was like, I ain't going back over there again.
Yeah, he thought he was going to beat you up or something.
No, he actually seemed like a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, he didn't think you were a factor. That man
must
was
have been
not
pretty nice.
threatened at all.
Used his credit card.
Now this is where it gets really good. Now Lauren's gonna explain why he's nice, but he kind of wants to like. Sounds like he's kind of like trying to make fun of the guy. But this whole story.
Used his credit card to get her a Bronco, so she'd have a vehicle and she had to pay him back.
Casey's stunned.
Well, that's very nice of him.
Yep. And she went up to Alaska and asked me if I could make her payment on a Bronco for her.
So this man bought the Bronco, and you are now paying the man back for the Bronco, Lauren. Is that what happened? So he bought you a Bronco. He bought you a Bronco for her. You understand what's going on now, right? You two bought her a Bronco. Don't make fun of this man. This man just happened to have a credit card with more than a $300 limit, but you two bought her a Bronco.
Paula didn't make not one single payment.
Paula wasn't making no. Paula was making payments by being Paula.
I bet you Paula wasn't paying rent. I bet she wasn't paying rent in that apartment they shared.
He said, "Paula, you gonna help me with some bills?" She packed a bag and went to Alaska. Yeah,
She said,
there's
nah,
your help. I'll be
good
back
on
from
that.
I'll be back for my Bronco that Lorne is going to be paying for. Because how else would he know Lorne was paying? Yeah,
Oh.
you know, he's like that car is mine. She goes, I'm gonna leave that shit with Lorne and watch him pay for it. That's what she did. Paula fucked up by telling her plan. Paula learned though, because see, Paula knows as a princess of the finesse, Paula knows that you make one mistake, you don't make that mistake. Paula never told another person who was paying what. Because Jim might buy the phone, but Tim is paying the bill, and they don't know they don't know that. She's not crossing any lines like that again.
I will say,
She asked me
okay,
where she was.
you make it sound more sinister than I like to think that maybe her fiance was just a nice man and didn't want her getting rides from Lorne anymore. And she gets out late and was like, you know what? I want you to have not just an old hunk of junk, but she got a new Bronco. And like he was like, he had money. And he got her a new Bronco. And she probably asked for a new one too. She didn't ask for like a hunk of junk. And I think he was just being nice to her. And I think they split amicably, no hard feelings. But when she left that Bronco, he was like, well, I'm not paying for this garbage. I'm gonna take this back to the dealer.
No, because that's not because if Lorne was already paid, if Lorne was going to pay for it, why would he give a shit? He would have, but no, he was mad. I mean, it's nice you want, but this was an anger move. It was an anger move. His anger, he could not control his anger level, so he went and got it back. Because he knew that she would come back and not have a vehicle. He was gonna fuck her over. You're not gonna keep that shit. We're not together. I'm gonna take that shit back. And when you come back, good luck getting around. And she's like, bitch, Lorne will take me to and from work and sit there all fucking day. Do you know who I am? I'm Paula.
Don't fuck with, I'm Paula. Lorne will sit there all bye bitch, I'm going to Anchorage.
And then she's out.
First off,
she's up at Anchorage.
I'm hitching my star to Lorne's wagon though.
But you're thinking long term. This is a short term solution.
He ain't got no money. Like, I hear she has a man that bought her a Bronco.
Paula's just because enough money to drive her to and from, but he's driving her to and from work. Let's.
She went up to Alaska. He said, "Let me guess, she asked you to make her payment until she comes back." I said, "Yeah," and I said, "I do." And he said, "No, I can't let you do that."
Okay. No, I can't let you do that.
I'll take this payment here from you, but
no, I can't let you do that. I will take this one payment. Why? I can't let you do that. Okay, I'll let you pay this month, but then you don't worry about paying it again. This is an anger thing. He already knew that Lorne was going to be paying. Why would he say that? Let me guess, she asked you to pay it. He knew. He left the vehicle. She left the vehicle with Lorne for a reason. Otherwise, she would have left it where she was living. Why would she leave it at Lorne's other than she wanted to get it away from there because he wanted it back? He wanted his shit back. Then he went to Lorne's and said, pay me for this month for the vehicle. And then it was gone. He went and turned that shit in or sold it or whatever.
I can't let you do that. And he came over and got her Bronco. And she was mad at me when she got back. Oh, well.
You showed her, Lorne.
Yeah. So she was just using you to make her car payment?
Well, if you say it like that.
She was.
I'll take that first payment, though.
How did it all fall apart?
How did it all fall apart? Her and I fell apart before that happened. But I was still in love with her. Not realizing how much in love with her I was, but I knew I was still in love with her.
So after she was fucking some other dude, you would still make her car payments for her?
Yeah, well, her and him broke up. She broke off the engagement with him. Later, she told, I think it was Laura, my sister-in-law. I think it was her that she told that she would never intended to marry him. She was just using him for a place to live.
Why would she, if Lorne met her and she said it was her ex-fiance, why would she need to later tell his sister that she had no intention to marry him? According to Lorne, they weren't together when they first met. So was she engaged to this man the entire 6 months you guys were hanging out every day when you were sitting at her job 5 days a week?
I think so, and I think that's really why they didn't get together. Instead of him saying, like that stupid, I was waiting for her to get over her ex. I think they were still together the entire time.
She did that thing. She met him and told him things were bad. She didn't want to be with him anymore. And Lorne bit onto that, and Lorne was gonna be there so that when she was ready to leave her man, he would be right there and he would scoop that shit up. So Lorne was making investments. Everything he was doing it was an investment in the boyfriend bank, so that when she was ready to leave this dude, Lorne would be right there.
But you gotta like somebody in order to be with
Stanza,
them.
of course, but like not when you're playing the game. Lorne, Paula knows what the fuck Paula's doing.
So you don't think they were talking?
Oh, I know they were.
I would watch through the window.
There was no doubt in my mind about
What gave it away? Was it the fact that they lived together? Said what gave that away? Was it the fact that they were living together and they were engaged?
She probably told Lorne about it.
I realized how she was.
You realize?
What do you mean?
When she brought him over to Paul and Laura's with me there. She brought him over there.
Okay, all right. Now we have to listen to that. We have to listen to this in its entirety before we pause it. But I just want to put it out there that she brought this man, her ex-fiance, according to Lorne, to Paul's house. All right.
And she stood behind him, kissed him on the head. I blew it off like it's just friends, and I think it was. Well, she kept coming in. I can't remember how I found out about it.
She stood behind him and kissed him?
She gave me a kiss on the head. I can't remember how I found out about it. But I think it might have been through Paul and Laura. Because I was living with Paul and Laura at the time. Which I liked living with them because we all had fun together at the time. Choice. Well, I can't say it was my choice. It was my choice to live with them. It wasn't my first option. My first option was staying in the apartment that I had.
It wasn't your first choice, you dumb fuck.
Because I was doing just fine, but I knew Paul and Laura wasn't doing just fine. And Paul came down and tried to pull a guilt trip on me. And because Laura has depression, and she sleeps a lot and can't hold a job. She's never been able to hold a job, but
sounds like something else I know.
Casey, so I want to say about that story that he tells about how he didn't know until later. Lorne, you found out they were together the minute she brought that man to your brother's house and stood behind him and kissed him on the head. That was for him because she was reassuring him that you meant nothing to her.
That was because that was the will. Who bought her a car? That
well,
you gotta.
Well, I'm sure what happened. They probably got into an argument about why this guy's fucking hanging out with you all the time, and she's like, he means nothing to me. I'll even take you over to his fucking house. Like, I'll take you over there. And so she took him over there, and she stands behind him and kisses. She's showing him some affection there to show him, like, look, if I was into this man, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be standing here kissing you on the head like this. I wouldn't bring you over here if I was trying to hide. I'm not hiding shit. There's nothing between us. Lorne was treating Paula just like he treats Casey. We're not together, but I'm interested, and I'm interested. So, like, I should be when you're ready, or when it happens. Like, I am your boyfriend in waiting.
Boyfriend in waiting.
That's what he is. He is her boyfriend in waiting, and that's he treated Paula like he's treating Casey now. And so she just took him over there to show her the man who had more money, who bought her the Bronco with the credit card and everything. She took him over there to show him that Lorne was just a dude who was sometimes giving her rides around and nothing more. Just some dude he was hanging out with. So Lorne, you found out right then. You just didn't want to pay attention.
Yep.
That sounds like someone else I know.
No, Casey.
Minus the sleeping all the time. You never sleep.
Yeah, I never sleep. I'm not depressed all the time. I've gotten past that point where
I'm past that point.
I'm letting things get me depressed. I might get depressed once in a while about something, but I don't stay depressed. I stay more upset.
You stay more upset. That's better than
I'm not
There was
sad.
one
I'm
thing.
fucking mad, is what it
Paula
is.
has heard the story of her boyfriend dropping her off at your place. She says that doesn't make any sense, and that never happened.
She's lying through her teeth too.
Oh, at least I'm pretty sure hers
Why would
aren't
she
rotten.
lie?
Why does she ever lie?
Yeah, why would she? He's like, that makes no sense. Why would I have my boyfriend drop me off at Lorne's?
She got in a fight with him that night.
Pause. If you get into a fight with your significant other, would they be in the mood to drop you off anywhere? Let's think
Nope.
about this critically. And if you have a freaking Bronco, why would you need them to drop you off anywhere? Let's.
Well, this might have been when she came back after the Bronco was when she came back from Alaska, so the Bronco
I
would have
don't
been
think
gone.
so.
But I think if anything happened, Lorne went and picked her up, and then maybe they started, or if they did have their half of sex, and then either he had to take her home, like she's like, nope, take me home, or he messaged her and she was like, come get me, but for whatever reason, Lorne wanted to make it seem like the guy would drop her off, because that wouldn't happen. We're fighting, we're arguing. Hey, drop me off at Lorne's house. All right, yeah,
Exactly.
let me grab the keys.
That wouldn't happen.
He's like, just look at me in the eyes and promise me you're not going to have half a sex. And she's like, I promise.
Also, I have a bone to pick with you, or maybe we just think alike. Because I've said, when he said he described her as feeling like warm, wet air, I too said he described humidity. And it was like, when I heard you say that on
when
your
did you
stream,
say that?
I said that a couple streams ago. You weren't in the I don't know if you were in the chat with me, but I said it in a Cyber Squeak stream.
In the Cyber
And I
Streak?
was
No,
like,
I don't know who Cyber Streak is. Who is Cyber Streak?
really? A Cyber Squeak stream.
I heard. Yeah,
And
no,
I
I
was
don't
like,
know. I wasn't there.
I said this man just stole my doggone joke.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
stealing
didn't.
material.
I would have given you credit for that. I didn't know.
Great minds think alike then, because
That
he
is
did
true.
describe humidity.
He did
Warm,
exactly
wet
what he
air.
a warm front come. Her vagina felt like a warm front coming in from the Atlantic. I was getting goddamn near hurricane. Yeah, it was
Hurricane
a weird.
Paula.
It's a weird way to describe a vagina as
It's a
just
category
human.
one though. You don't have to leave, but it's a
category
one.
one.
She got in a fight with him and had him drop her off at my apartment.
That's so stupid.
She knocked on
When
the
did you
door.
guys start hanging out? I mean,
I don't
like, when did it happen? What was the transition from just you being a guy at the bar who would wait for her to get off of work to being like, let's hang out every day for 6 months?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You being a bar guy and her being a waitress.
I don't know. It just happened. We just started hanging out all the time.
When you say hanging out all the time, was it when she was at work?
No, it was after when she wasn't at work too. We go on and do stuff together. Most of the time, like I said, we'd go over Paul and Laura's. That's actually where we hung out most of the time, was at Paul and Laura's.
Oh my god.
So I asked her if she'd like to meet my brother and sister-in-law. She said sure. And we went over there, and that's how she met him.
So she was friends with your brother's girlfriend.
My brother's girlfriend? No, she wasn't my brother's girlfriend. My brother was
Friends
married.
with your brother's girlfriend. Friends.
Well, yeah. She was friends to both my brother and my brother's wife. But that's not why she went over there.
Okay.
So when did you and her have the falling out?
It was when when did we actually have the falling out? Well, see, she went back to, after she realized she didn't have her Bronco, she wound up going back to Alaska.
Yeah. Okay, so she went to Alaska, came back to Maine. Her Bronco wasn't there, so she went back to Alaska.
Also, may I say something else about this timeline where we know he's lying? Because in another call, he said that, or maybe it is in this one, but he said that she came over to his apartment. But in this call, he said that he was living in his apartment on his own and then moved in with Paul.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So they were.
He was already living with them when the warm, wet air happened. So how did she come over to your apartment?
That's a really good point. But can we also point out that when it comes to Alaska, she went there and back and there and back again?
She did.
She had enough gas money for that. Probably because Lorne gave it to her.
Probably.
Lorne didn't have the money to go see Kayla because he still owed money to the shit he gave to Paula and Amanda James. Man, it's forever in catfish debt.
She didn't have a vehicle back there to drive, and she didn't have a place to live.
It wasn't in Washington.
And she actually stayed with me for a couple nights before. She
stayed with you where, Lauren?
We didn't do anything.
Where did she stay with you?
We just slept, talked, and watched TV and shit. And then she went back to Alaska, and it was like when she came back, she didn't have her Bronco. Then she went back to Alaska. And then a year later, she came back again. She had gained.
Well, you were. Sorry.
Huh?
What was that last part? I didn't hear you.
She had gained all kinds of weight.
That's relevant.
She told me that her boyfriend was abusing her up there, and I told her, I said, why don't you move back down here with people that actually care about you?
So when she's going back and forth to Alaska, did Lorne know who she was going up there to see?
Apparently he does, because Lorne knows all.
Well, I mean, because it sounds like
these people.
It sounds like she was going up there and living with some dude, like because she said she's gonna say her kid was up there, but like was this another dude that she was she just living in multiple places all the time, and she just would kind of like roll out of town when she rolled out of town, and she came back when she came back?
I think maybe Paula already had a man up there, and like
that's what I think too.
Washington was her pit stop.
Yeah, so Lorne was her mister. Lorne was her fucking mister.
I think she had two men on the side, but and she was like,
"Oh, you think just two?" Because he names another one who said he was. That guy could have been lying that he said he was hooking up with her or whatever. Because people will do that.
I think Paula's main residence was in Alaska because it was nothing for her to dip out of the. Yeah, I don't think because it was just nothing for her to just dip out on the apartment that she shared with her ex-fiance.
Yeah, because who gives a shit?
She moved in. Yeah, she moved in with him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't her spot. So I think her residence might have been at that time at least. It might have been Alaska, and like she moved like to get away. She moved to
she had like issues up there, and then she moved down there until shit cooled off. Then she got hot here. Then she moved back to Alaska, and she might have done that for a while till she figured things out.
Yeah.
And she said, because my son's up there. I said, well, bring your son down here with you.
Come live with me.
I can't. I don't have custody of him. I said, well, get the hell away from the boyfriend that you have up there, because obviously if he's beating you and making you feel like shit, then it's obviously no good for you.
Also, Lorne is doing this thing that some people do. Like when people don't choose them, they want the rest of their life to be raggedy and every other person that they choose to be with to be awful to them, when that might not be the case. I think he's making this part up as well.
I don't know if she is finessing folks, then she would want to make it seem like every relationship she was in would be bad. I mean, like that's what Muse does. Every person that she is around is abusive to her because it always makes her the victim, and it makes you feel sorry for them. And knowing Well,
Paula was
she
doing
would.
the damsel.
Well,
She
like,
was
look, the perverted justice people were because they talked to so many people that were really good at knowing how to play these guys. You play them each differently. And with Lorne, he's jealous, so they created Derek, right? So with Paula, she's gonna know that Lorne wants to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Like he wants to come, he wants to be the knight that rides in on a white horse, and he's gonna save you from all these bad circumstances. Even though he's a piece of shit himself, he believes he is a white knight. Like he is the
and for the credit card man, she played Money Girl.
right. Yes, right. So exactly. So she would tell Lorne that, well, this guy's not any good to me because it's going to make Lorne, it's going to boost Lorne up in her mind. He's not good like I am. Lorne's better. So if she does come back down the main and needs something, Lorne is still right there. So she's going to tell him, yeah, there might, because there might be a time where she's going to need Lorne again.
Oh gosh.
Lorne again, virgin. I had sex half the time.
But her
Half
car
the
was in
time.
Washington, wasn't it?
Well, she didn't have a car anymore,
Bronco,
Casey.
yeah.
And then she went back to Alaska because her Bronco wasn't there.
She went back to Alaska, and when she came back to Washington from Alaska, her Bronco was no longer there. She didn't have her Bronco anymore.
And what does that mean?
I mean, she didn't have her own vehicle.
And that's why you and her didn't.
That's why she got mad at me, because I take the Bronco. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I made one payment for him. Obligation. Then I made to her. I made the payment.
I made one payment to him. Lord, you're paying this man's car payment. Lord, you had sex with her half a time in your own store, and you were paying this man's car payment.
I cannot.
Lord, I think she pimped you. I think she pimped Lorne.
Pay the man.
It's a reverse pimp. Yeah, pay him. You owe him $600, by the way. I'm going to Anchorage. I'm out.
And when you done, take me to the airport.
It was actually in his name. He bought it with his credit card.
Like, yo, there are no country songs about Maine, but there's like 11 country songs about Paula. I'm sure of it, because Paula been breaking hearts all over.
So I thought you told me that you and her stopped talking because you found out she was a slut.
Well, I mean, Casey, if you're gonna get
We
technical.
didn't stop talking because of that. She didn't know that I found out she was a slut. She didn't know I found out about CJ, or fucking CJ, and another one of my friends.
Wait, another one?
You fucked both of your friends? I thought it was just the one.
To this day, she doesn't know that I found out about both of them.
Why would
So you
she
know
care
it's
to
true.
this day, Lauren? She got the car payment out of you and all the free rides.
I remember CJ.
This woman went to Alaska, and obviously she didn't keep in contact with them. She didn't give a shit, right? So no, Lauren, she doesn't care. And also, he didn't verify. She didn't tell him that. This is just something some people said to him. And people lie, Lauren. You lie. You should expect other people to lie just because of the amount that you lie. But he wants to believe. He's going to want to believe that, because he's going to want to believe that Paula was just a no good.
About her, I don't think that she, at least, okay, she was probably out here finessing folks out their money. But I do think she was at least honest with the people that she was sleeping with. That she was sleeping with
I
other
agree.
people. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think she kept that a secret.
She would tell them, "Yo, love me with your mind."
Bill.
Yeah, she's like, she said, "Love me with your mind and not your heart," because Paula knows. Paula, you could wake up tomorrow morning and Paula's on the Greyhound to Austin, Texas, and didn't tell nobody, didn't tell anybody.
Paula was a Rolling Stone.
Wherever she, yeah, and when she died.
That's the original song.
I'm around CJ quite a bit at the bar.
So CJ was just a guy from the bar, though. He wasn't like your friend.
He was my friend from the bar. We didn't hang out and do anything. He invited me over to do stuff, but CJ told me. They only did it once that I know of. CJ told me just about one time.
So then what? You were like, you're banging CJ, so you and I are done, or what?
Oh no, her and I was done before that because the incident with James. Me finding out the shit with James.
Oh, the shit with James, huh?
Yeah. And actually, I left when Tuesday. I stayed for a little bit, and when I saw her kissing him on the head, I got up and left. I blew it off as they were friends, but I'm like, why did she bring another guy over to my brother's house and kiss him on the fucking head?
Cause she don't like you.
Yeah.
Went to the
Y'all
bar
not
and
together.
I drank karaoke that night, and that's the night actually that I wound up going home with Debbie, with a girl named Debbie, the English girl. And I should have stayed with her.
Lorne was just throwing names out there. Jim, James, Paul.
Yeah, he doesn't know very many names, so then they recite Debbie. Then I met a girl named Ramona at the bar. Ramona and a girl
he was
named
just like, and
yeah.
she slept with so and so. Like we don't know these people, man.
Yeah, you're just because she asked him again 2 days later. Those names would change. Debbie at the bar, the English girl at the bar.
Someone else. I was gonna tell her that I didn't want to have feelings for that girl, and I was gonna tell Debbie that I liked her, but I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Oh my gosh.
Then
I want to ask.
Fortunately, I never saw Debbie after that night.
Did he ever bring up Debbie ever before?
I want to say I think he might have brought her up at one time, saying that she had a pretty face, but she was heavy.
Wasn't that somebody else?
No,
because that was Carrie that had that was Carrie that had the pretty face but was heavy.
I thought Carrie was. I thought Carrie was a character from Taking a Broad.
Nope, that was Carrie. No, Connie was in Taking a Broad, or her name was like Connie or Brenda or something like that. That was the receptionist.
So was it Carrie?
That was heavy.
Well, then let's see, because I thought that this might have been Debbie, so he's just recycled that lie. Okay, let's hear what he says.
Oh, after that morning that she got me back off of my car, I never saw her again. That sucked because I was hoping to see her that weekend.
Oh, was there some kind of big confrontation with Paula?
The what?
That led to you guys never speaking again?
No. Her going back to Alaska was what led to us never not speaking again.
Mm.
I never heard from her after that, and I never tried to get in contact with her.
And you loved her for 25 years after that.
Goddamn right.
Yep, I did.
But just called her a slut.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad. She can lie all she wants on there. I don't think any less of her because I know how she is already. So
I don't think any less of her because I already think she's a piece of shit. Lorne, you were in love with this woman up until yesterday, or up until you found out they found her and started talking to her. Now I won't speak poorly of her. Then he realizes that he has been speaking poorly of her for 20 minutes because I already know what to think of her. I already know she's no good. Then how are you in love with her? How are you in love with her for? Right? It doesn't make any sense. See, that's how you know Lorne had no contingency plan for if any of this shit ever blew up in his face. He had nothing. He had nothing pre-planned. All of those filing cabinets are full of stories about him. You had just in case he didn't even have he knew that that Xavier's out there pouring through his personal shit. He didn't think at any point she would ever be found. That's Lorne. That's short-sighted. Paula would have learned. Paula would have learned. Lorne don't learn.
You never followed her home from the bar? You never followed her home from the bar or anything?
Oh yeah, I had to. I lived right in the apartment complex next to where she was living.
Oh.
You didn't have to follow her.
Mm.
No, after So she didn't live there anymore. No, I never followed her from the bar.
So you did follow her because when she wasn't living there anymore, you didn't follow her anymore. So
When
you
she
did
didn't live there
follow
anymore,
her.
she lived in Alaska, so it would have been a little difficult for you to follow her home from work,
But
right?
but
Isn't
he
that what he
lived with
said?
he lived with Paul and Lori anyway. So like, what are you talking about, man?
Well, he just said
he
he
just
followed her
slipped.
until he said he followed her until she didn't live there anymore. But when she didn't live there
Exactly.
anymore, it's because she was up in Alaska. So yes, Laura, you followed her.
He slipped because
I didn't follow her when she was in Alaska. I stayed right there in Washington State.
Confused of you showing up randomly, knocking on her door.
What about it?
Just kind of weird.
Well, where your cell phone's in. She didn't give me her phone number, but she gave me her apartment number. She didn't
that
tell me
doesn't
that
mean
she
she
still
wants you to
wasn't living.
come.
She told me that that they were broken up.
You knew her apartment number because you followed her.
Broke off their engagement.
Yeah.
How come you never asked her while she was working?
Exactly.
Oh,
Like, hey, what's your
No.
landline?
No.
because we were always with each other. I didn't need it. Never thought of it. We didn't call each other. We never called each other hardly at all back then. We were always with each other. It's like Paul and Laura. Never called them either.
Pause.
I was always with them.
Sorry. He said he went to her house right after he found out where she lived, and he said that he found out where she lived like the first time they talked.
Yeah, I know. And now he's saying they were always together, so they never talked about it. Like it makes no sense unless he means always together. It's like, well, I'd been going to a bar a whole bunch already, and then as soon as I found out, none of it makes sense. None of what he's saying makes sense.
Did a first pop in because you followed her home, and that's how you got her address, and then popped up on her.
Slowed down enough, or follow her with just the right timing so he could see which apartment she was walking into, and then showed up at her apartment. That's creepy as shit.
That's very creepy.
When were you always together, though?
We were always together all the time. And the time we weren't together,
How so? Because you hung out at the bar every day?
yeah. Well, the only time we wasn't together was either when I was working or basically when she was working. But when she was working, I could be at the bar. So.
Then how come you didn't know she lived with her boyfriend if you guys was together all the time?
Because that was when we first met. That first night that we met, she told me about her fiance breaking off their engagement. She didn't tell me.
So what night did you? So right after meeting her, you showed up and knocked on her door?
Yeah, it was within that first week.
No.
Oh. Then when did you guys start hanging out all the time?
It wasn't long after that.
You just you went over there and said, "Hey, you want to come meet my brother?"
We're doing something. We did something. I don't remember what it was we did. I had asked her if she wanted to go over and meet my brother and sister, my brother and sister-in-law.
See, I also call shenanigans on that, because you're going to tell me you hung out with this woman a very short period of time in your life that you memorialize in your mind as 30 years of love. You remember everything you did with her.
You did. Yeah.
You remember all of it.
Anything because it just consisted of you following her around. That's
you
why
went,
you didn't do
you went to
anything.
Paul. You went to Paul's house. She was around people that she enjoyed being around and didn't want to be with you alone. So that's the only place that she would allow you to take her. But in Lorne's mind, because she was getting involved with his family, it meant because eventually she was going to be a part of that family. So it hurt Lorne very much when she brought someone over there because he was the boyfriend in waiting. Why is this man even still in the picture? I fucking love you is what I fucking mean.
I'm just confused. How did it go from her just being an employee and then you being the guy who goes to the bar, and then how it became every day for 6 months?
Just did. It just shit happens. It happened the way it happened. It's just the way it happened back then.
So like randomly one day you're just like, I've noticed you've been around me for a while.
It just became an everyday thing.
But besides being at the bar, when did you guys hang out?
We hung out at Paul and Laura's all the time. We hung out doing other things. We'd go out shopping together. We did whatever. We went out to dinner together. We just did stuff together. I can't make a list of things for you that we did. It was freaking 30 years ago.
Well, I'm not asking for a list of things you did. I'm just saying, when did it become more than just you showing up at the bar?
It wasn't long after I met her. It wasn't long after that. It was within a couple of weeks.
And how did that happen?
It just happened. We just started.
Well, did you ask her to hang out?
That's how I wound up missing so much work.
Yeah.
Yeah, every night when she was working.
How often did she work?
So there's about 10 minutes left on this call. Honest, I need to let Daisy out, so I'm gonna let it run, and I'll be right back. And then after this call, I'm gonna do a 20-minute robot call. So honest, like I would love if you would hang out, but I understand if you need to go. But I'm gonna close out with a 20-minute robot call after this one. So I'll
stay on for the robot call.
Ooh, awesome. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember now. She probably worked, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights anyway.
And what time did she get off usually?
Oh, let me see. If I remember right, Nickleby's closed at...
Nickleby's?
I think it was 1 o'clock during the week. On the weekends, I think it was at 2 o'clock.
So you would just hang out while she worked till 1 or 2 o'clock?
Yep.
And you guys didn't do anything after?
No, we'd do things before she worked, or when I didn't have to work, or there's something that we do every day.
That's still not naming nothing. There's no specific activities.
Well, because you would show up to her work, though.
What's your point?
I'm trying to figure out when you guys started hanging out.
It wasn't long after we met.
And you just got really defensive because I said it was just while she's working.
Yeah, because you're asking the same question over and over and over, and it's...
Well, because I would ask you, and you would just repeat my question back to me as an answer.
Oh, well, what do you want me to say? It was over 25 years ago. I don't remember exactly when.
Well, if you were in love with her for 25 years, you should remember all 25 years.
It was not long. I've told you this several times already. It wasn't long after we first met that we started hanging out together just about every day. Basically, just about every day we hung out.
But after work, you would wait for her to get off work, but you weren't hanging out after work, so I don't understand why you couldn't just go home early.
Exactly. About to lose his job.
So
for
after
stalking.
she would work at 1 a.m?
Yeah. We'd go to Denny's or some other place to eat. I think it was... There was a few mornings that we went out to eat after. I can't remember if it was Denny's or some other... It seemed like it was some other place that we went out to. But we didn't do that for very long. A lot of times we just go home.
So how was that hanging out?
6 months time. I don't remember every day. How exactly?
Well, I know you don't remember.
Are you yelling at the call?
Yes, because it doesn't make sense. I didn't want to just be sitting in silence. So I was being.
I was asking what did Lauren do?
Well, because he was saying like they would. Casey asked like, "What would you guys do after she got off work?" And he was like, "Well, a couple of times we went to Denny's or some other places to eat. Sometimes we just went home." They're like, "Well, then that's not hanging out if y'all just went home."
And wait, then she had the Bronco, right?
You just followed her home. All you did
that was
continue your reconnaissance. All you did was receive reconnaissance.
that was it. He
That's
would
not
follow her
hanging
home
out.
and go home to Paul and Lori's or whoever.
A hangout that does not make.
No, this is sad.
Remember every day, but why wouldn't you just go home early?
Because I was interested in her.
So you can be interested in someone and still go home. Was you worried she was like gonna talk to another guy? Is that what happened with CJ?
Was she what?
I said, did you want to make sure she wasn't talking to another guy or something like CJ?
No, I was just wanting to spend time with her. I never gave thought to another guy.
So how did you hang out with her while she was working? You just drank and watched her serve people?
Just hung out when we talked. When she had a chance to talk, we'd talk. She'd come over and we'd sit down and we'd talk. I had friends there too, so I was hanging out with them too. Why is there like a million questions to her?
Well, because you were in love with her for 25 years. I'm trying to see why.
Just because of the way that she was with me and the way that I was with her, and
the way she was with you, Lauren, she was with someone else. She was. You were a customer at the bar who followed her home and showed up at her house and made a car payment for her.
And then he just, said she was weird to his nieces and nephews. Like, why? What is there to be in love about?
Lauren, from your own description, she was not a great person to you, and you feel like she was neglecting your and weird towards your nieces. And you guys barely spent any time together, and you've been holding on to this for years like it was some idealized, some fantasy relationship in your mind. You are a sad man.
I can't.
And so, and it kind of makes, not saying it makes sense, but you see why he would start going towards children, because he never had any control in a relationship. And so he wanted to be with someone that he can control after feeling controlled by either his mom or other people in his life, his entire life. Lauren decided he was going to go for children. Probably was always attracted to them, because that's not like just something you acquire, but he was probably always attracted to them. But that's when he decided he was going to go after someone that he can control and he could train.
That makes sense.
He was going to train someone to love him the way he wants to be loved.
Fell in love with her in the process, and I shouldn't have.
I mean, you tell me I can learn about you from you and not the website, but anytime I ask you something, you get defensive.
Well, yeah, because it's like, how many answers can I give to the same question?
Well, you're not really giving answers.
Well, yeah, because over 6 months' time, we went out and we did more than just go to breakfast and hang out at the bar. There was a lot of things that we did.
Yeah, and you wouldn't answer me when I asked.
I don't remember them all. I
didn't. Not one thing, though. Not one thing.
Just stuff.
Nope.
Sometimes we go out and shop and buy some stuff.
You see why I ask over and over? Because your answer just now was, we just did stuff.
I just don't remember everything. I don't remember everything that we did. It was 25 years ago.
When you forgot
but you can
about
remember the girls
you guys
from
did
high
together,
school.
how come you still love her?
Yeah, right. You can't remember
further back.
She's not asked to remember everything.
Sherry. You can remember Kathy and Sherry from way back when, but you can't.
Are those the girls?
Are
those the girls who have to give him the kiss on the cheek on the basketball court?
Sherry was the one that his brother dated first, and then he started dating, and then Kathy was the one that gave him the kiss on the basketball court. You can remember that, which was
right. He says like right
eons ago.
But he can't remember. She's not saying remember everything, but it's one thing. One thing. And he can't think of nothing. We used to go to the creek.
After that. Because 25 years is a long time to love someone that you don't even remember the stuff you did with them.
Yeah, but I remember her. Maybe it's because she's the first woman that I was ever really in love with.
But for why?
Maybe that's why that hung on for so long.
But you said she was a slut.
Yeah, she was.
So you loved a slut for 25 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently I did.
Anything
More
to call
than just
somebody
that,
else a
though.
slut. Anybody just denigrate somebody.
It's
Yeah.
just funny because it's like stuff like that, or you say, I've loved her for 25 years, and then on this website, he's just talking about how, like, you are not even, like, a big deal in her life at all, and you never were.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he was just some guy that I knew for a few months.
Yeah. She's so fucking full of shit.
Because, you know, he's like, 25 years later, I forgot all about him until he was arrested.
Yeah, I imagine she forgot all about me.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
She forgot about you the minute she left Maine.
The minute she got to Alaska.
She would not remember Lorne until she was back in Maine and needed something. She was not thinking about Lorne.
Or until she remembered her Bronco. That's probably when I remember I had a real nice Bronco one time.
I left it with this guy Larry. This fucking idiot Larry. And this guy Larry. Oh, I ended up seeing he got arrested on 60 Minutes one time. Yeah, she doesn't even remember. She doesn't remember Lauren Claver to remember anything. He had a girl's name, it was like Marion or something. Yeah, anyway.
Marion.
Why does that make you so mad?
I don't think it makes me mad. I think it makes me upset that she would say that.
Because, like, you weren't as big of a deal to her as she was to you.
Yeah, maybe. That might be it. You might have hit that on the head.
Yeah. Because you're like...
Obviously, I had more of myself invested in her than she had in me. Otherwise, she wouldn't have done the shit she did.
Well, what shit did she do? Sounded like she slept with people when you guys weren't even dating. So what kind of shit did she do?
She was living her life.
Well, she knew that I wanted to be with her, and she knew that I was waiting for her to
So
be over
what?
her. She made moves on me before I thought she was ready to do anything. And I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, just because you like her doesn't mean that
do anything, and she obviously knew that.
Sorry?
She wouldn't like some other guy.
She obviously knew that. She wasn't obligated, and she obviously knew that. Yeah. Yeah, she knew that because you guys weren't together. And she was living with someone else.
I don't understand. Like, well, she knew I was interested in her. What does that mean? Okay.
I mean, shit.
Like, that doesn't mean anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he thought he was making those deposits in the boyfriend bank. And eventually he would cash in. And when she wasn't playing, he wanted to remind her, just like he reminds her, you do remember, like he'll want to run down the list of things that he's done. And also he would be that person to remind you of all the bad things that she ever said about that, her ex-fiance or whatever. I thought you said he wasn't good to you. Then why you kissing him on the head?
Then brought him over to my brother's house with me there.
Yes.
Well, she wouldn't if she liked you.
Oh,
so
exactly.
Oh yeah, of course she wouldn't if she liked me, but she still wanted to fuck me after, and had him bring her over to my apartment to fuck me.
Well, that's according to you.
I picture Lorne with curlers in his hair and the SpongeBob dress on. Oh yeah. Of course you did. But you wanted to ask me? Had her boyfriend drop her off at my house. Hand is on his hip.
And again, like you're saying about the timeline, if he was living with them, how was he taking her to the park? How was she? None of that makes sense. So when they were going to hang out with Paul and Lori, weren't they just hanging out at his apartment that he lived at?
Yes, they were just hanging out.
He was hanging out at his house because she didn't want to go anywhere with Lauren out. So that was the only place they went, either work or the house with family there.
I do think she just made friends with Lori. I think she might have just genuinely been a friend of Lori's.
And Lorne thought it was double dating every day. These are
Yeah,
like
I
this.
do
This
think
is gonna be yeah.
Yeah, she made friends with Lori, and that's why she was over there.
Yeah, they live in the future.
Anywho,
Of course, she said that. She's full of shit.
what?
She's full of shit.
Just because you had feelings for her doesn't mean that she was a slut or anything, because she didn't have feelings for you back.
Oh, I can see the chat now. So Ramona's diaper. Yeah, I went over the timeline. He did have his own apartment, like he said, but then he said he moved in with Paul and Lori. So like after where they allegedly he felt the warm wet air was after he moved in with Paul and Lori.
Yeah, 'cause that's where their apartment was, right? It was near where she lived, because that's what he said. He had to like follow her home because their apartment was near where her apartment was, like on the way to whatever. It was on the way to his house, her apartment. So
She was a slut. She was sleeping with anything that would come along.
Besides you,
Well, she slept with me too.
that's the one time though.
Yep, just the one time. Now I'm thankful that it was just the one time.
you're so full of shit.
How come you didn't let her decide when she was ready?
That's what I was thinking that I was doing at the time.
Well, if she was making moves on you, wouldn't you be like, right, she's clearly over her ex-boyfriend / roommate?
No, I know. I should have. Maybe I should have at the time, but I didn't. So shit happens for a reason. Shit happens for a reason. I'm not going to dwell over her anymore. I spent 25 years dwelling over her and still loving her. I finally got past that.
I'm not going to dwell on her anymore. He said at the end of a 43-minute phone call about her. And also, guys, he's past that stage now. Ain't a Paul in the world that can get him hard. So that was that. Ain't a Paul in the world. That was the end of the Paula call, and Lorne does not look good at the end of that call. He does not look good, and so far, it was like over an hour total of Casey just beating the shit out of Lorne. And you know, the other part that I kind of forgot about, that this was a throuple. So like it wasn't just going to be Lorne and Casey. He wasn't going to just have the treat of that. He was also going to have the fucking the robot, who was so mean too. So like Lorne was in a relationship with two people, and not one of them liked him. And that's amazing to me. Not one of them liked him. So I have a 20-minute robot call we're going to roll into next. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I'm streaming again on Friday and then on probably Saturday and Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming again a lot this week. So let's roll into the robot.
Okay.
Good morning, Precious.
Okay.
Hi. Got my computer.
Good for you.
What's the attitude for?
Saying good for you is attitude. Is that not good for you? What's your problem?
Oh, sorry. I took it the wrong way. It was hard to tell through text.
Right.
Left. It's a slot game I have on my computer. It's going to be a few days before my internet and phone get hooked up. I might take it to mom's and hook it up there.
Okay. So what are your restrictions?
And my problem is that I don't have you here with me.
Oh,
I'll take a pic of them and send it in a bit. I do plan on marrying you, so you'll need them anyway. I'm going to go to mom's and get the monitor installed on it. What are you going to be doing today? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for being a hypocrite.
What?
I will explain on the phone. You're beautiful. It's taking forever to install this monitor shit. I'm still at mom's download monitor. It messed up the first time, so they had to do it over again. It's at 77% right now.
Okay, I guess that internet is more important than me.
Oh,
That's fine,
no.
I have a dick to ride soon.
Excuse me?
Now, Jamie. Jamie, you know Lorne well enough to know that that's gonna get under his collar. Why would you say that?
But
I have a dick
that's
to
her
ride.
job. Hey, that's her job.
I know the way she says it is so. That's fine. I have a dick to ride.
That's her job. It's about her business.
And the shirt's off.
Excuse me.
The shirt's off.
What? I'm telling you I don't have all night.
I was just going to tell you I'm going home and coming back in the morning. And who's dick?
Hello.
Hello.
So whose dick is this you're talking about?
Don't talk like that near your mother.
I'm not at mom's now. I left.
Oh.
Told her I'd be back in the morning.
Why?
Because it's taking a long time. I've been there since 2 o'clock. I gotta feed the dogs as soon as I get home. So whose dick are you talking about?
I cannot.
Not yours.
Well, that's obvious. Whose dick are you talking about?
Let's just say he's tall.
Uh-oh.
What?
If you lose signal.
Nope. I'm fucking pissed off.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you right now, like I told you before, if you ever fuck Will again, I will never have anything to do with you. My story has not changed at all.
But it's work.
I don't give a fuck, Jamie. I fucking told you. You think I'm fucking kidding? I'm not kidding one fucking little bit. That whole goddamn motherfucking shit just get out of me. You want to fuck him, you go ahead. I'll never fucking talk to you again. I will never fucking talk to you again if you ever do that.
So that conversation
Okay.
with Sean didn't work.
Don't give me a fucking horse shit. I don't give a fuck, Jamie. I fucking told you a long time ago. You carry that motherfucker all over the goddamn earth with you, and you wind up fucking him again. Fuck no. You want to go fuck him? You go right ahead. I'll see you later.
Hello.
What? What do you want?
Hello.
What do you want, Jamie?
To say hi.
I fucking told you. I can't believe you even fucking telling me this. I can't believe you even have that fucking thought in your goddamn head. Why, Jamie?
So can someone help me out? He believed Jamie was mute, right? Like because of COVID? She couldn't talk?
He believed her vocal cords were paralyzed due to COVID.
So she is making mute porn?
Apparently, or maybe with the robot, maybe
with the robot? The robot's like, ow, ow,
yeah,
ow.
maybe.
Is that what you thought was going on?
Yeah. Because I think they did do phone sex with it. I think somebody was saying,
yes,
like,
give
yeah,
it
was
to
with
me.
the robot. It was the robot.
I mean, but like Lorne and the robot having phone sex is very different than the robot, than Jamie doing like mute porn and using the robot voice.
I mean, there's a I don't know. There's a niche.
This says robot. Let's see if this is
This is robot. Okay, yeah, give it to me. Yeah, I like that. Delicious.
Did that sound? Was that hot?
Disturbing.
Was that hot?
No, don't ever. That sounds disturbing.
Did you order a pizza?
And then the pizza, but there's a hole in the pizza box.
No. Goodbye. That doesn't sound like a robot.
You even
at
threatening
all.
me with this shit? You even saying it makes me want to fucking leave and never fucking talk to you again. I'm so fucking disgusted in that.
MJ was going to take me out to dinner, then we were going to do a show with Will tonight.
It just gets worse and worse.
You go ahead, but you'll never talk to me again.
Oh.
Why?
Because I fucking told you why. I told you a long time ago. Jamie. You want to carry him all over the goddamn country with you? Fine. But to fuck him? No. I'm not playing that shit. And that's probably what the problem with him and his girlfriend is too, isn't it? But is anybody giving a fuck about how anybody else? Is anybody giving a fuck about how anybody else feels in that?
Because now
like your companion
about other people's relationships.
He always cares about other people, right? When he can bring it around himself, just like you know, Casey, your friends are getting ignored. Like he gives a shit about her friends, and now he's worried about Will. He's worried about Will's partner. You and Will are causing problems in your relationship by doing your jobs, by having sex. By making these adult movies that you're paid to do, you're ruining. Lauren, you're the only one who seems to have an issue with it.
No, the only three that are giving a fuck about it right now, you, Will, and Maggie Joe.
See, everything has to be about what you
not
want.
Jamie. I said find the fucking Michael, whatever the fuck his name is.
Michael Mendoza,
John Michael.
The Latino Squad.
I told you no. I don't give a fuck whatever his fucking name is.
No, she didn't.
I told you no to fucking Will.
Did you say that John Michael was all in my guts?
No, I said Michael Mendoza, the Latino Squad.
No, but
I did not.
No, Jamie
said.
Okay, Jamie said. Did she say that?
Let's
Jamie
listen back.
John Michael. I told you no. I don't give a fuck.
What did they say? His dink all up in my guts. John Michael had his dink. That should be merch. John Michael had his dink all up in my guts. That sounds like a tote bag. I would take that to the farmer's market.
A tote bag.
Yeah, for like because when you go to the farmer's market, you don't want to bring a plastic bag or get the farmer's market bag. You bring your own bag. And I think John Michael had his dink up all of my guts. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Whatever his fucking name is. I told you no to fucking Will. It ain't nothing changing my fucking mind about it.
John Michael Jr. had his dink all up in my guts.
God damn it.
Why can't he?
Go right ahead, Jamie. You just will never talk to me again.
Why can't he?
Told you I'm not playing that shit.
Why did he sound like Hank Hill when he said that?
Will knows it too.
What about just a blowjob?
Wow.
What about fuck? No, Jamie. I'm so fucking flabbergasted by this shit. You got to be fucking joking me.
City fucked.
Jamie,
do whatever the fuck you want. You'll just never talk to me again.
Goodbye. Oh, I knew it.
What?
Told you someone like me is too much for someone like you.
Jamie?
I fucking
There are
love you.
boundaries. You're just fucking determined to cross the motherfucking boundaries to get Will's cock up your cunt again.
Oh my!
I fucking told you no. You don't like what I fucking...
Oh, well, that means... he did not close the door on anal. So I'm hoping that Jamie, maybe Jamie will just check and see if that is okay. Hopefully she has.
Said, and what boundaries I fucking set on that, I'm not sticking around. If you can't fucking respect me a little bit, I don't need to fucking hang around. I'm not fucking playing you guys.
Hand jibber.
His
When have you respected me?
fucking much to you. To sacrifice us, then more power to you.
Sacrifice.
I'm not playing the fucking bullshit.
We aren't together.
Don't give a fuck, Jamie. Fucking, we'll never be together anyway.
And good luck
It's
finding
not
another.
something new to you. It's something I told you a long time ago.
Good luck finding another lonely 50-year-old pedo on the RSO. Good luck. They're not a dime a dozen. They're not everywhere. You can't actually find an actual fucking housing map of where they live. Good luck.
And I've always stuck by it. And I don't care. Don't care. Goddamn fuck.
I've never had a friend react like this to me getting pounded.
I'm flabbergasted. Warren?
Is that why you were so adamant about not being? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I've never had a friend react like this to me getting pounded.
Yeah, well, is that why you're so adamant about us being friends? So that way you can say you never cheat.
I love that Jamie repeats it. Just in case you didn't have service in that last one, I want to make sure I mention again getting pounded, Lord.
Cheated on me with Will?
How you gonna get mad that somebody is not
Not
cheating?
a fucking game, Jamie.
I know.
Be ridiculous. Is that why you wanted to be friends? Because that way you can't say that you cheated on me with Will. So you're mad.
That's
that
like
you're
interviewing,
not getting cheated on?
right? That's like interviewing at a company and they don't hire you, and you go back 3 weeks later and there's someone working there. Is that why you didn't hire me? So that you could hire someone else? Like, Lauren, you guys weren't together. How are you gonna get mad? Is that why you didn't want to be with me? Because you don't like me? Is that why?
You want to play that fucking game, you play it with somebody else. Because I won't be around.
I don't play games. You play them.
Well, you're playing a goddamn game right now, Jamie. That was a fucking rule that I set a long time ago. And I weren't fucking kidding about it at all.
I weren't kidding.
I'm fucking disgusted in it. Pathetically fucking disgusted in it.
Pathetically disgusted. This man just
I've
said
never
he is.
heard those two words together ever in my whole life.
I think Lauren accidentally got something right there. He is pathetically disgusted.
I never heard those two words. You ever hear a combination like those two words?
No, but think it.
I have never heard that.
Is there a better way to explain this man's emotions, thoughts, and feelings right now than pathetically disgusted?
Why? Why those two words? He's
That's
trying to
gonna
call
be.
them.
That's gonna be on the. I'm sorry.
No, it's just like he's trying to call them pathetic and disgusting at the same time, but it's just like you said, pathetic.
Now he's pathetically disgusted. That's going to be on the other side of my tote bag. So one side will say John Michaels has dink up all of my guts, and the other side will say pathetically disgusted. I'll have like artisan breads, jams, some carrots.
And instead of a cunt.
Yeah, well, what do you think you're acting like? Just couldn't wait to get fucking Will's cock in you, huh?
I'm a real man.
That's why. That's why you fucking so adamant about us being friends. So you could say you never cheated on me with Will.
I mean,
I'm a real man.
So you could say that you never cheated on me with Will, right?
Yeah,
because we were only friends at the time.
Well,
that's a hell of an excuse.
That's a hell of an excuse. Why were you? It's like getting mad at someone for fucking someone before you even knew them. Oh, that's a real nice excuse. It's not an excuse. You weren't together. It is not an excuse.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Do whatever the fuck you want, Jamie. You'll just never talk to me again.
Oh.
I think that's so fucking disgusting. It's pathetic.
You're pathetic, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. Jamie.
Oh, well. Enjoy your fuck with Will.
Oh, she will.
Enjoy your fuck with Will. Talk to you never.
Why was that F so
Talk
hard?
to you never. Talk. That's like Jesse with her bye forever.
I gotta go
Talk to you
throw my
never. Talk to you never.
What?
What do you want,
So
cheater?
we are just friends. If we never get back together, I can't date.
Jamie, I'm telling you, you're pushing fucking wrong ass buttons right now. I can tell you that.
Why?
Because I'm tired of your fucking we are just friends bullshit, and you fucking all of a sudden gonna fuck Will again.
But
Fuck you. I ain't fuck.
there is no game.
You know, there is a goddamn game because you can't even fucking talk to my probation officer. So there's a game.
Right.
You can't even make it real, Jamie.
Dump truck man
No
is a
fucking,
game. He isn't real.
no fucking excuses at all. I've ditched every one of your fucking.
He isn't real.
I've ditched every one of your fucking excuses, Jamie, and you don't want to be with me bad enough to fucking talk to my probation officer. When all she wants to fucking do is make sure that you're of age and that I've told you about my fucking charge and to make sure that you don't have any felonies. That's all she wants to do. And you can't even do that, Jamie.
Using me. Quit smoking.
Don't fucking say anything. You can't even get your fucking mind off fucking Will. You got a goddamn dildo in the form of his cock. Now you're wanting to fucking go fucking tonight? Fuck you. I ain't fucking dealing with that bullshit. You know what rules I was gonna fight? You really want to try to put me down right now? Could be a very bad idea.
Uh-oh. Don't do it.
Could be a very bad idea, Jamie.
Yeah. Don't do it. He's gonna get more naked.
How bad, tough guy?
Bad enough so I never fucking talk to you again. I'm done playing the game.
Oh no, I won't be accused of stuff anymore.
Yeah, and you'll be able to have Will's cock up your cunt anytime you want.
Okay, you're threatening her
How
with
fortunate,
a good
huh?
time.
That's what you think.
Way to point out all the positives.
All because you can't keep your mind off his cock.
You want this cunt funny, you don't call it that when you are happy.
Oh.
Jamie, I'm not going to tell you I don't love you because I do love you.
Oh my god.
I don't love the way you're thinking about Will's cock. Don't love the.
I love you. I don't love the way you're constantly thinking about other men's cocks in your vagina. What do you not understand? Lorne, are you hearing the sentences these are sentences that have never been said by other people? Like they've never been spoken before. Lorne is breaking new ground in almost every relationship. Stop shitting in the tub.
In speech patterns, he's
right. Like
breaking.
he is actually saying things that have never been like. You know how rare that is to say a sentence that's never been spoken by a man before. Lorne does it all the time, all the fucking time.
The way you're thinking about Will's cock. You just can't stop with it. But don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck, Jamie. There's a difference between nice and not in love with the fucking guy, and he's a friend of the guy that I want to be with, but I'm gonna fuck him anyway because it's money.
Since when are
Even
y'all
though
friends?
the guy I want to be with doesn't want me to do it.
He's being mean to him.
Yeah, but they're friends because he's interested in her. Do you not get how that works?
Okay.
She doesn't have to be friendly to him. There's the chance that they're gonna have awkward, weird sex at some point. So that's his friend. You don't understand how friends work. That's the problem.
Don't care, Jamie. I do not fucking care. You fuck him, you can forget us.
Okay.
You fuck him
I
yet?
don't think I'll never find out about it because I will.
What? Okay.
Okay, Sherlock.
Remember, you're putting it on the internet. It'll wind up staying there.
Okay.
What goes on the internet never comes off.
Right. And you
Yeah, we
find
know. Just like your sting.
Oh, believe me, I'll find out.
Right?
The sting that you were involved in.
Lord knows all about shit never leaving the internet. So I love that. But like, how
15
would
years ago.
They've done scenes before. How would he know unless they're saying the date? They're saying the date to start the scene off. So just so you guys know, we're filming today. It's
They're holding up a newspaper.
it's not a proof of life hostage video, Lord. It's a porn scene. There's gonna be a pizza and then a robot, but like,
Hi, I'm here to drop off a pizza.
and then banging.
What you gonna do? You gonna tell me that you didn't and lie to me?
How? You'll break your rules.
You gonna tell me that you didn't and lie to me?
You'll break your rules.
Are you gonna lie to me about it? You put a really fucking big dilemma in front of me, Jamie, because right up to this point, I've never been worried about it. You both have always kept me secure about that. You both have kept me very secure about that.
Thanks for confessing you are already break your rules the day you signed there.
What? Jamie, I didn't fucking break any rules.
Stacey
I'd wind up finding out. I'm not gonna be on probation forever, Jamie.
Yes, you will.
You think that. I don't give a fuck what you think. No, you
Is
just
he
fucking...
like,
You're wearing me right down.
Something? Is he putting like
I don't know.
grout underneath tiles? Like, what is
I don't
he
know.
doing?
I thought that was you.
That is not me.
I thought you were like chopping potatoes. You were making a stew. So that's Lord.
No, that is not me.
Oh, he's probably he's laying down the marble in the walk-in closet, and he just hung the chandelier. So
Can I say something that like makes me laugh just a little bit?
Oh, of course.
When he says he was putting in a makeup desk for Jamie, that's called a vanity.
It's called a makeup desk. A makeup desk.
It kills me.
A makeup desk.
He called it a makeup desk.
A makeup desk, good.
It's called a vanity.
You're wearing me down, Jamie. You really are.
Yeah, that is true.
All you fucking horse shit.
You're wearing me down.
You can't even fucking stay respecting to me on.
To know you sent a nude this morning.
Cyber squeak.
Go fuck yourself.
No, she has Will to do it for her.
Oh.
What do you want to do? Threaten me some more? Run your mouth to me some more?
Threaten him some more?
Yeah, I know.
Jamie, stop your fucking threatening me. You're really, you're fucking killing us. I'm telling you that. You're killing us. You don't give a...
Right.
Jamie?
I'm wearing you down. Oh, he's naked again.
Unfucking believable. This is the way you want to be? This is seriously the way you want to be?
You wanted me to talk to her, didn't you?
Also, you can have Will's fucking cock in your cunt?
He is just...
Means that much to you, huh?
This is the way you want to be.
This is the way you want to be, Jamie. You're the one wanting to fuck Will. You're the one wanting to fuck Will. When you knew how I already felt about it. You ever fucking threaten me about fucking trying to get me in trouble again? You can bet your goddamn ass You'll never fucking talk to me again. I'll never have anything to do with you.
Oh, take that.
That's not giving a fuck about me.
That is
That's
not.
just pulling the same shit that Winnie and Emma did.
Oh, get you in trouble. So you are breaking probation.
Ooh.
Don't be a fucking smartass, Jamie. You really better stop all this fucking pathetic bullshit. So fucking
Why would
disgusting
you
and
break
all.
probation law? You said you don't do that and you'd get off probation.
Jamie, what you're fucking doing right now reminds me of Winnie and Emma.
Good for you.
You want to keep going on it?
You're the one telling me to talk to her.
Jamie, don't be a fucking smartass. You know what I'm talking about. Apparently you don't want to be fucking real with me, but you do want to get me in trouble.
I mean, you shouldn't have did what you did so that you wouldn't be in trouble.
Right? I mean, like, he's listing all these things that it's not as simple as just even meeting Lauren, going out to meet Lauren. You have to meet a probation officer. You have to prove all these things. There's a lot of hoops to jump through to be with this, to live in this. A lot of hoops to jump through. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but if Lauren was to write to women in prison, there's a good chance they wouldn't even be interested in writing him back. You know, like if they were to give a woman, you can go to prison for 10 years, or you could live in Lauren's trailer for 2. What percentage of people take prison over Lauren's trailer? And I'm not being funny. Like, look at the place he's living in. What percentage would say, you know what, just go on and take me to prison?
Exactly. Give me 3 hots and a cot, and I'm.
Yeah. I'm good with prison, because at least you know the prison's not going to collapse on itself when a strong gust of wind comes by.
Yeah.
Be more honest to her than you are with her.
No, you'll do what is good for Jamie, because Jamie's only watching out for Jamie because she couldn't watch what she was fucking doing.
Why would I watch out for you? Jamie is number 1.
Jamie's number 1, but Jamie doesn't get everything that she wants when she fucking tries fucking with other people.
What? Is he putting on makeup?
Why are you putting on makeup?
Jamie, did you spend the years to get to this point with me?
He's covering his face. He's covering himself with face makeup right now, angry. I love
Did you go to prison twice to continue to break rules?
Your actions right now are telling me that you're playing a fucking game.
What is he doing?
He did sound like he was tapping a foundation brush though just now. That did sound like he was.
He's doing a get ready with me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing a get ready with me, talking to my robot girlfriend.
Yeah, he just finished his brows.
Hey, you ready?
God damn it.
I mean, it looks like you are. All right, well, let's do it to it. Oh, you're on the phone. Do you need more time, or?
My lord.
I've had all I can handle. It's deja vu for me. The boundary I set is being crossed and it makes me sick. Do what you have to do and then show up my door when you want to be real because you're stunts lately. have not been being real with me.
So he's still talking to her.
You have not been being real with me.
This man said, "Do what you gotta do, and then show up to my doorstep
Yeah,
when you're ready
yeah.
to be real."
You know what? Go. Yeah, I'll be here waiting. I will be here waiting. I will pay. Look, I will pay several of your car payments to whatever man I'm supposed to pay them to. But after that, I might stop paying them. But show up when you're ready for me. I love you. Have your fun now. Get it all out of your system, because living with me will not be fun. I promise you. I love you.
When you walk through that door on the ceiling, you better be ready.
Yeah, you better be ready. Honest, thank you for joining me tonight. When are you going to be streaming again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully soon. I just gotta like psych myself into it and be in the mood to be on.
I feel you.
But I don't know. I don't want to make any promises.
If you're not streamed to Honest, can someone put Honest channel link in the stream, please? If you're not streamed to Honest, it is in the description too. Please, if you're not streamed to Honest, subscribe to Honest. Please subscribe to Honest. Thank you for joining us tonight. I do have a quick song that I bet Lorne would want to dedicate to both Jamie and Casey if he could. And this was recorded by a good friend of mine, Queen of Spade. And then we're gonna get out of here. We're just gonna play a little bit of it. Then we're gonna get a really nice song.
Why do you force us to listen?
You know there are 3 sides to every story. See, I don't know why you've been posting all the memes. Must really wanna have pics with me. Why'd you make a Discord about me? If it wasn't no big deal, you wouldn't care about how I feel. Telling everybody the reverse of what's real. Fuck what I said was your fault somehow. Fuck the SS, I let most that shit out. Fuck all the crying, it didn't mean jack. Well, guess what, ho? I'm not coming back.
I mean, right?
I cannot. You need to stop forcing this on people.
Anyway. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, everyone. I will be back on Friday with the stream. I'm not sure if it's a Lorne stream on Friday, but for sure we'll have at least one Lorne stream this weekend. So, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, just thank you for coming and listening to me while I'm on Wes's stream as a tag along. But yeah, thank y'all for coming.
Sleep. Wow.
Lit like a bitch, all these bitches on my dick wanna fuck me, and they dick, and you know I'm with this shit, so you know I'm about to hit, cause we too legit to quit. Lit Poppy, lit like a bitch, all these bitches on my dick wanna fuck me, and they dick, and that nigga off the lit, and you know I'm about to hit, cause we too legit to quit. L-I-T, what that spell? That's me. Got a bad bitch waiting on me with an ID. Told me that she wanna fuck. Told me that she wanna suck. Told me that she wanna all the above. And you know I put the glove. OJ, kill it right. And you know I drill it right. Every time she feel the pipe, even though I fit it tight. You know I'ma hit it right. And she get it right. Hennessy eyes, centipede stars. Go so well together, girl, we go so well together. Nothing lasts forever, so let's be nothing forever. Baby, you the hottest, so I'm the coldest, fuck the weather. Ay, lit like a bitch, all these bitches on my dick wanna fuck me, and they dick, and you know I'm with this shit, so you know I'm about to hit, cause we too legit to quit. Lit like a bitch, all these bitches on my dick wanna fuck me, and they dick, and you know I'm with this shit, so you know I'm about to hit, cause we too legit to quit.
gets no pity, cause she is a liar. Steam from her mom's house, lawns are on fire. Do, 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 do. Nobody wants her, men run and hide. But with them boobies, cleavage wider divide. Do, 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 do. Her vibe can't be found. She's got a 9 o'clock curfew too. Mouth makes dumb sounds. She can't draw a crowd, but she's horny for straddle that ball. I hope that she falls. She's just a fox and will dox you. Mouth is agape. I need some duct tape, cause she's trying to fuck go.